It's behind me, thank God. It's behind me. Get it. Okay. All right, you got the. All right, go to the website. You guys know where it's at. Ciao, ciao.
It just changed.
Yo, Jim, bring
from the right website.
Bring wheels with you if you can. If you come.
I'm bringing wheels.
We out.
Reading from my dad's Vietnam prison war diary. He was a POW.
Pow!
He was a POW in Vietnam. In Marxist theory, the non-communist orbit is incurably divided against itself by the class struggle within each separate country, the cutthroat competition among capitalist countries, and the struggle of colonies to escape from imperialist control and establish their own independence. We do not want war. We want peace. We want peaceful work. Our policy is peace. Workers in capitalist countries want peaceful work too. They do not want war. Their policy is peace. Only capitalists want war. They want profits. War gives them large profits.
Yes.
Their policy is war.
Yes.
The progressive people all over the world struggle for peace. Capitalists struggle for war. The leaders of new nations have vivid recollections of past frustrations as colonials of a foreign power. The leaders of underdeveloped nations, which have been independent for many years or generations, have a national patriotic pride and are reluctant to face the fact that the political and social system they have evolved over the years may be inappropriate or inadequate to meet today's demands.
All right.
A democracy is not a democracy when it fails to meet the people's needs. Thank you, Daddy.
Yo,
Thank you,
dropped
Lefty's
this.
daddy.
Put that back in there, man.
Yeah, you don't know.
That's the library card. It's like 50 freaking years old.
But that's
You probably owe like $100 million for that damn book.
At this point in time, right? Would they compound interest, whatever? I think I still owe the library system in Camden County like $50 from when I was a kid. Just keeps adding up. They send you to collections now for library overdue fees. Amazon's easier. Right?
It's a beautiful day.
Amazon's easier.
Beautiful day. Daniel, what were you saying earlier?
Yeah, Daniel, what were you saying? Please repeat what you said. Thank you. That was great.
Oh, a sleeping drunkard up in Central Park, and a lion hunter in the jungle dark, and a Chinese dentist and a British queen all live together on the same machine. Nice, nice, so very nice. So many people on the same device. Nice, nice, so very nice. So many people on the same device. Kurt Vonnegut.
Nice.
Kurt Vonnegut Jr. or just senior?
I think it's senior, right?
Senior?
Was that senior?
Kurt Vonnegut?
Talking to the mic.
Into the
The
mic.
author of books.
Yeah, the senior,
I think
right?
that's
So
from
that's
Cat's
senior.
Cradle, I think.
I think so. I think you're right. I think you're right. I read it before.
There's a junior, right?
There is a junior,
Right,
and
Vonnegut Jr.
they do both write books, but one does more of like a realist. Like senior is more into
Beatnik.
a beatnik poetry, I guess, in a way. But it's also real. I think to me, it's more realism than what. Yeah, absolutely.
If you like to read, get into Vonnegut.
Absolutely, any day of the week.
Get ready. It's starting.
It's Trenton. It's Thursday.
Come on down, baby.
It's going to be a hot one today.
At least we're under the tree.
Bring in the boss squad. I'm gonna get mine. Go do the crime. If you can't do the time, don't tell me how you're off and down. When you smile in my face, but you play me like a clown, it's your fool, bitch. So just step back. I'm mad that when I come down straight, I thought you were my piece, but you play me out. Now I'm mad as hell, and I'm full of doubt. Who you wanna roll with? Who you wanna roll with? Lefty. Let's roll. Who you wanna roll with? you wanna roll with? Lefty. Let's roll. I'm back on the scene. It's time to get mean. I'm a lean revolution machine. For what people stay this way. For today is good as any day. Y'all feel slightly this, let's resist. Raise your fist and pump like this. Promises all the time. Don't cross the line, but you know it's right. Who you wanna roll with? Who you wanna roll with? Lefty. Let's roll. Who you wanna roll with? Who you wanna roll with? Lefty. Let's roll. Who you wanna roll with? Who you wanna roll with? Lefty. Let's roll. Who you wanna roll with? Who you wanna roll with? Lefty. Let's roll.
It's like satanic.
It reminds me of old school Stains. Before Aaron Lewis cut off the dude just country, like when Stains was Stains.
Who you wanna roll with? Who you wanna roll with? Lefty. Let's roll.
Stain.
Who you wanna roll with? Who you wanna roll with? Lefty.
Let's roll. Lefty, that's right. Great commercial, beautiful. You're learning. You're doing something right. Good job. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to medicate. Live. The ignorance is no excuse. Tour pop-up podcast in front of the Statehouse of Trenton, New Jersey. LeftyGrimes. Yeah, I totally fucked that up, but I don't. Oh shit! That's two. I gotta stop. Stopping at 2.
At 10, I get my.
This is a family show. We got to try to be nice. I got to try to not swear. But here we are, live every Thursday in front of the New Jersey Statehouse. I don't see the governor. He's apparently off today. Did you see him? You didn't see him.
We saw Christie more than we see this guy.
Yeah, actually, I'm
I don't know if that's good or bad.
Actually, the Murphy has a tendency to pop up in my area a lot more than he does up here.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
He
pops up in your area?
Whoa!
What does that mean?
Hey now!
Yo, I guess you gotta go down
family
to where
show.
Norcross lives, and all the rest of those crew, and hang with who he hangs with.
He hangs out with Leo.
Yeah, he hangs out down in Camden and Cape May County.
He doesn't hang out. He's not in northern New Jersey.
No, he's not. He's a South Jersey dude.
It's not right. Yo, do you have anything planned today, or is this just like a pop up, baby? We're here.
We've got Asbury Park coming up this weekend. That's a big thing. So that's I've got some information. I know Brandon's not here to talk about it, but I know that's a big event that they're having, and of course, we're guys are going to be representing there. We had the Morristown on the green, of course, coming up, free on the green.
Got a question.
August 4th.
Here's a question from Tina.
710, of course.
She says, Ed, I have a question. Well, first of all, it's Lefty. Second of all, Lefty, I have a question.
Dead.
I have a friend in New York, and she sent me a picture of a weed truck set up like an ice cream truck. How the hell?
Yeah.
I thought it was against the law.
Oh, my kid loves those. When we're up there and he's acting and he's got like a weekend thing and it's time for lunch, she's like, Mommy, let's go get a hot dog so that way you can get your weed right there.
Where?
You got to stay away from those
Yeah,
trucks.
they are set up like they're right on the streets on certain areas in New York City.
Yeah.
And like I have pictures of them. I have connections right to the main company that does it. But the problem is like they have lollipops. They have basically anything that you can get,
CBD.
you can buy right there.
CBD.
Yeah, it doesn't like it says it has THC in it, but
CBD.
I've never gotten buzz up. Now I know other people who say that they have, either they just don't know or they're newbies and maybe it has just enough that it does what they need, because I mean, I know some newbies that swear by dispensary weed but they don't know any different. So it's like, to us that's crap. But again, you've got all these tourists and they normally sit like right off of Broadway. So they're right there in the theater district. So they're boom, and they're big, and they're green, and they're weed van all over the side of them with the phone numbers, and they'll deliver to your hotel. They will come directly to your hotel and bring whatever it is you want. They'll even come up to your room if you let them. So I mean, I wouldn't. But, there are people, I guess, if they don't want anybody to know that that's what they're doing. And they get lines. They can get lines of like 10 to 15 people out there. Like, it's insane. Like, one day I probably spent like an hour and a half because I was waiting for him while he was in one of his seminars.
What's his name? Peter?
Who?
The owner.
Because
I know a dude who owns the company too, called Weed Lollipops.
I don't. It was actually a female that I was talking to that owned that physical truck for the company. I have that stuff in here because I keep everything because I'm like insane like that.
Because if it don't, I hope it's not the same company, because this one Weed Lollipops, they only make CBD.
Yeah, and they're fake. I mean, people think that they're the weed pops, but when you look it up, you can see all this stuff like that. The state of New York said, hey, don't go there, because they've had people that had been in the industry for a long time checking it out, and they were like, no, it just didn't do, or wasn't was expected to be, is what it ended up coming down to. But they're all over the place, and they're right in the biggest areas that they can find. Oh, here they are, right there.
Weed Lollipops.
Yep.
Yeah, stay away from them.
Yeah, so I do. There you go.
They're fake weed.
It is.
Remember our
A
boy
pretty
Jeff?
truck. Wow.
It is. Oh, and they
of
are
course.
set up just like ice cream trucks. They are like your regular Mr. Softy
Yeah,
trucks.
that's
but-
bad.
I'm sure the kids will go running to that.
And it's not even
right?
real weed. and that's what
Exactly.
sucks.
And with all the rainbows, and then you've got the further down. I think this is the only picture I actually have
Yeah.
of the truck. But if you go further down the truck, you've got the gummy bears.
That
and
to me is marketing to
dancing-
kids.
thank
I'm
you.
sorry. That's marketing to kids.
I had this
As
argument.
much as I love it, and I think it should be.
I know it's
but
just not like
there's things we have to-
there's a level of appropriateness.
At
Like,
least now.
yeah, I
least
think
now.
to get this in the end, to get this done, like I was having a conversation with a friend of mine about branding and about his whole point was, but of course they're going to do that. But at the end of the day, like, it needs to be corrected, because even though you guys know I'm a total supporter of it, I've spoken about how my family is involved. My mother's a patient, my son, my husband, everybody except for my father, and that's just because of his job. He can't be because he drives. So it's, but when he retires, hopefully we'll be able to help him out too. So, just right now, it's not the reality, as such as our lives for those of us that live with having to pay for this. It's not cheap. So, and they're just out there making a buck, and it's fake. Like, I didn't really, but then there's people, like I said, that I knew that when they were just kind of getting into it. They really didn't know what it was. They just knew it made them feel good. And I think that there was, I read an article somewhere when I was looking it up to see if it was real and if it was legal, because I didn't know at that point in time, that I know New York says to stay away, Department of Health says to stay away, but I think there was a dude that did, like, he went one day and he got like every item they had, because they're all, you know, the sour diesel and the sour apple and the grape ape, and they're all the same brands. If you know what marijuana is and you're used to hearing these names and, oh, you know, that one, Chem Dog, that's awesome, and GL4 and sour diesel, like, and those are the names that they're selling these things under. Of course, people are gonna flock right to it. They don't know what they're doing and they're on vacation and they're thinking, hey, I'm away, let's, you know, go and play. Because who's gonna know? Because I'm not back at home. Just a little bit.
They have problems with the New York City police.
No, I mean, literally, like the police, there was right where this truck was, there was a police vehicle right in front and one, like, 2 cars behind it, like, parked right there on the side of the street. Never said a word. And they heard my kid, my 8-year-old kid, say, no, mommy, let's get a hot dog, because then you can get your weed. Like, because again, to him, he sees the weed symbol and he knows that we go to a place to get our medication, but he's still, to him, you know, weed, like, he's used to seeing it all over the place. So when he sees it, he's like, oh, weed. Right away. It does. Like, that is right away. It's eye-catching, and it is, but there's no reason for all of the rainbows and butterflies and the ice cream and gummy bears. And I get that they're branding. I get that it's marketing. I get it. But there's ways to do it. Other companies do it that their packaging's completely black.
It's not medical. They're not treating it like medicine right now.
Exactly.
That's
and
what it is.
I think that's what people, you know, until we can, for us to be able to get this across the board everywhere, we kind of got to get on the same board somewhere. And too many people are doing too many things in too many different states, which I get. Every state is trying to do something to force the government into finally doing that push. But we kind of got to get on the same wavelength with where each other's at to be able to say, okay, you know what, now this is, and I get monkey see, monkey do. So one state's following the next, which is following the next, which is following the next, and everybody's trying to figure out which is the best. But if we could try to figure out what is the best, honestly, start with deschedulization right there. And then I think that would really open the world up to helping the states be able to get on the same page.
State or federal?
We'll deschedulize it federally, because if you get it done federally, then it'll be easier for the states, in my eyes, to figure out what they need to do to be able to. And it's not going to be as big as a problem either, when it's, because right now it's the same thing as cocaine or crack.
Didn't New Jersey reschedule yet, or are they still in limbo?
Nope, they're still in limbo. They're still playing.
What are they doing?
They're playing. I think you gotta send your letter in again, bro.
It's
You're the guy that made it happen, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, we put him on the spot.
You asked him the question and
put a jar of weed out here.
And
that's a good idea.
And when I spoke in front of the assembly, I put them on the spot there too about, hey, you want to lower unemployment rates and you want to get people off, like me, who obviously, yeah, physically I messed up, but my mind's here. So you want to get me off of Social Security, you've got to give me the incentive, which means I need to be able to get the job that's going to pay me what I'm worth with what I'm educated in, which, not to be a snob, which is, you know, if I'm not going to get paid anywhere between $25 to $28 an hour to start, it's not worth me going off of Social Security. It's just not. It's not.
No, not now.
So, you know, I think we've got to start there. And once we can get that done federally, then I think it'll make some movement.
I have no idea how the hell to get it done federally.
Why don't you call your buddy Trump?
Yeah, your buddy. Get your buddy to do it. Your pal.
Or how about
that works is
call your buddy
there has to be a
Chris
bill
Christie and have Chris Christie.
Wait, what?
I think in order for that to happen, for my buddy Trump to do it, there has to be a bill put on his desk.
Well, he just decrimmed hemp. So why can't he just go the rest of the way?
Oh, okay,
And he did that without a bill.
The way it works here, you see the Congress
No shit.
has to put up a bill.
Did I just wake up like yesterday?
Tell us more, Mr. Wayne. You're so smart.
So why? I guess you got to talk to Congress then. So talk to your.
You talk to him.
I write my congressman.
Can we call Michael Patrick Carroll
I
today?
speak
No,
to my
not him.
congressman
Not him.
personally.
Hello, guys. Get on the same friggin' page.
I want to call him anyway.
We call him anyway. I texted him.
Right.
But here's my question. Let's stay on the same page.
Right.
We're talking about
Federal.
Well, I know Cory Booker and Bernie Sanders are actually working on a very good bill right now. That is, there's some things.
What's it called? There is a name for it, ain't it?
There is a name
Google
for
that
it.
That's what you should be doing. Googling instead of looking
there
at the
is definitely
gay
a name
lovers you
for
wanna-
it.
Looking at porn.
Kiss.
Leave me alone.
Without me, I don't get to say.
It's gay porn. You don't want to see that.
Oh yeah, I'm not into that. Sorry.
Ew, no.
I mean, hey, what you like, that's your thing. It's just
Why do you
not
have to go
mine.
there? Stop it. Stop it.
Just write Sanders and Booker.
Yeah,
bill.
I think it's
Marijuana
the Medical Marijuana Legalization Act, or it's
Has
close
something
to
do with
that.
social justice.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. I mean, and it is backed by some of the biggest out there.
Marijuana
it's-
Justice Act.
There you go, Marijuana Justice Act, and it's everybody's back on this bill, and if we can get it rescheduled, then that's really gonna make movement happen. So now you want to your buddy Trump and say you got a bill?
I'll write it. I'll write him. I'll write him.
You can't make some phone calls.
Actually, he was in my backyard. When was that? Last week? Yeah,
Yeah.
he came to Morristown. He was in my backyard.
Yeah, his golf course is in my backyard. Well, one of them. One.
Your backyard, huh? My backyard's different than your backyard.
Whoa.
A lot of swamps in my backyard.
Whoa. What?
Do you know what area I'm
Swamp
from,
it.
dear?
Yeah, so sorry.
And I thought this was a family-friendly show.
It is. We're
It
just
is,
talking
it
about
is.
different.
Swamps.
Exactly.
I live by the Camden swamps.
I live by the Burrini swamps. Okay. Did you want to read something? Oh, it's a
Are we going to
gorgeous
talk
day
about
out.
this build? It does have a beautiful breeze today, as opposed to riding on. I'm like, somebody's got to teach my kid how to, and I have to apologize to all the kids in Oakland yesterday got pegged by Candy,
Uh-oh.
because Austin was his first time riding in a parade throwing candy, and he's got an amazing and even though he's a righty, he's got one of the best left-handed spirals I've ever seen.
Beautiful.
Lefties win Super Bowls, but that's besides the point. Anyway,
A shout out to all the
Yeah.
people who were shooting bottle rockets out of their buttholes yesterday. Thank you for that. Thank you for the great videos. I appreciate the work you do and what you go through to entertain us. It's amazing. That's amazing.
Oh my god. Well, unfortunately, his throwing arm got a kid in the head, one in the face, one in the, and he was pegging. I mean, he was pegging those lollipops, and he got this poor kid right in the junk, and I was like, oh man. It's like, dude, underhand, throw it underhand. So we're teaching him how to throw it underhand, and then he started throwing it in the sewer grates. It's like, okay, I'll just skip the sewer grates and just, go towards the kids. But he's a newbie. It was a first timer, so gotta give him that shout out for at least doing it. So,
We got Jeff Sessions here with the news.
oh, nice. What's happening?
Do we have to play his music or can we
Yes,
just
you gotta
all right, let
play
me
it.
get the music up. We got Jeff Sessions coming up about 2 minutes with the news.
Hold on. Is that Billy? I love
Oh my God, Billy Huff is here. Yes.
Billy his off in his head.
Yes. Billy Huff, Billy Huff, Billy Huff. Billy Huff.
Oh,
Where's
yeah.
my buddy? He didn't come up today. Oh, I guess the
There's your
fourth was
buddy
yesterday.
right there, man.
There's
Billy
our
Huff.
buddy.
That's all we
Everybody's my
fucking
buddy.
need.
It's our
I'm
buddy.
talking about
My buddy.
It's four.
Eric. Where is he?
I don't know.
Eric
He's
is
not here
he
today.
can't be here and he's on vacation next week.
Oh.
We won't see him till the Pure Puff party,
Oh.
the DNA test party.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you know, and I should have known that because I was just talking to him the other day. So I should have known better.
You got the music? What are you waiting on? You're supposed to get the damn music.
He hooks my dog up with her CBD biscuits. Yo, those things are the bomb. For a dog, you need to chill out.
All right.
Low.
This is Jeff Sessions with the news.
Low on music. Lower.
Mr. Sessions.
Low. So you can hear you dummy. Down.
Marijuana's for bad people. You're obviously all bad people here. Y'all smoke marijuana. Bunch of hippies.
I'm not old enough to be a hippie. I'm just a groupie.
You interested in the marijuana business industry? Don't hold your breath for movement on legislation to legalize marijuana in New Jersey before Saturday's state budget deadline. State legislators and industry insiders say it's going to be kicked down the road until after the state gets a budget.
Kick it, boy, kick it.
Like they kicked LeftyGrimes in the chest. Kick them hippies.
Kick them long hairs.
Kick them right in the chest.
Stomp on them.
State Senator Nicholas Scutari, who
Scootery.
Nicholas Scutari.
Scutari, I think. I don't know.
Nicholas Scutari, who proposed this recreational medicinal marijuana mashup just 3 weeks ago, told New Jersey media that there'll be no push to get legislation done this week, but he believes it could be hashed out over the next month.
Say hash? Did you say hash, Jeffrey? I'll smack you. I smack you, Jeffrey.
These damn hippies who write these articles hashed out. That's so funny. You stupid hippies. Hashed out.
News.
You realize how stupid y'all sound making those damn stoner jokes? Hashed out. Y'all sound dumber than me. That's dumb. Scutari also announced this and other points about legalization and expansion plans to industry operators, lobbyists, and social justice advocates. Scooby-Doo said he wants both medical and recreational legislation to move together, even though they're separate bills, because they're the same product.
Wow, he sure is dumb like us, huh?
He must be.
He's conflating the two. I don't know what that means.
What's a filleting? Who's filleting who?
No,
what are you talking about, filleting?
Don't talk
We're not
about
in the
Terrence's
woods now.
girl.
We're out in public. We don't do filleting in public.
Don't you dare talk about Terrence's girl. She's kind of cute.
Industry experts, however, say while expansion...
Which industry?
Marijuana.
Industry?
Marijuana.
Oh. Sorry there.
It's the weed.
You know, marijuana, he makes darkies think they're as good as white man. Can you believe that?
We got to get rid of that shit. Marijuana.
It causes communism. And
marijuana.
pacifism.
Marijuana be a communism.
Y'all commies and pacifists.
Marijuana. I want it if marijuana.
With the steady increasing number of patients who've been enrolling in state medicinal programs since Governor Murphy used his executive powers to expand the medical program, there's a growing concern about supply crisis for patients. Who cares? Let them all suffer. Wait in them lines.
Oh, now, the more patients, the more there's no weed. Let's get rid of that marijuana. Get more patients. We're going to outsmart them.
Senator Joseph Vitale.
Is he related to Dick?
Vitale.
Big Dick.
Vitale.
Big Dick Vitale.
Senator Vitale Middlesex, the sponsor of the medicinal marijuana expansion bill and an opponent to legalizing weed for recreational use.
Like I said, Big Dick
said he believes expansion plans with respect to the medicinal program should be an administrative issue for the Department of Health.
I don't understand that.
From my perspective, it's about patience first.
Vitale said,
It's not about someone being able to maximize their profits or control the market. It's about how patients are served in a way that makes sense.
among the stickling points in the current legislative proposals, insiders say are issues of governance around a commission that'd be set up to oversee the adult use market. Other issues about social equality and labeling were also discussed with Scootery. Scootery. Scooter-Doo. Where are you?
Scooteroo.
How do you stop Mexicans from stealing stuff in your house?
Okay, Jeffrey, tell me.
Put everything on the top shelf.
I don't get it.
Because they're short. Because they're short. You get it? Because they're short.
I do not condone that, Jeffrey. Mexicans are our friends.
We're going to build that wall.
They're going to pay for it.
Build that wall. Thank you, Jeff Sessions with the news. See you later. I hate that guy. Why do you have him on the show?
Because he's honest.
He's a douche. He's a racist.
Eric said, "What's up?"
Really, Jeff Sessions is racist, and we keep having him on the show because you guys think it's funny. Why do you think it's funny? Why is that so funny to you?
It's 2018. It's like,
every joke has a victim, Every joke has a victim.
Not every joke.
Every joke has a victim. Every joke.
You're like me. When you called me
What did I call you?
a groupie.
Oh,
A groupie.
a groupie. You called her a groupie.
That's why, hey, you notice
That's why I had
you
the
notice
butt hurt shirt.
she doesn't tag me in the
Yeah,
things
tagged
anymore.
her. In his
When
defense.
did I do that?
You
No,
didn't
no, no,
tag.
no, 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 no. No, that's what I get. I understand. I
see.
understand.
Well,
She tags everybody else, like all four of you except me.
What did I miss?
That's
A
hurtful.
couple of things. No, it's not hurtful.
It is
I
hurtful.
understand.
I mean, it's a
But
stoner
I love
moment.
you.
I
Just
love
so you
you
know,
too.
I love you more.
I don't know. I don't know about that. You're like a big teddy bear. I love my teddy bear.
Family show. Family show.
Cannabis.
Especially when my kid's down the street with his grandmother and my nephew, so who my sister and my niece doesn't agree with the medical industry. So
Why not?
they have their opinions, just like
I don't agree with the medical industry either.
but
Seems like
they
they're
see
just trying to screw us.
they and I agree with you, but see they don't believe in that marijuana is medication. So, and I mean, I think we've gotten my sister to finally come around. It took my dad sitting her down and saying, "Look, this is who she was before. This is who she is now. This one's way better." And for some reason, she listens to him, and when she doesn't listen to anybody else, I guess it's when you're a daddy's girl, and we both are. We both are.
You're the black sheep, though, I guess.
Yeah, well, I
You
guess
were the
in a-
bad girl. Mhm.
I was. I
Yeah,
was
Daddy,
the boy.
I'm sleeping. It's 11 o'clock. And, you put like fake pillows
Oh,
and
my
shit under
father
the thing.
taught us how to sneak out of the house way before, because he's like, "You're gonna do it. So if you're gonna do it, I don't want you breaking my house." So he showed us. He took us around when we got to about that age, and he showed us every single way to go out. Let me tell you, that man, he knew every time we left that house, and he knew every time we came home. He knew. We were never pulling the wool over his eyes. He never called us out on it. But except for the once when I came home drunk and stupid, I came back through the window but forgot to move the
Just
chair.
once.
If you leave the chair at the window, it's like a dead giveaway. So, you kind of got put shit back. Well, yeah. So he did bust me on that one, bust my balls for a couple weeks about that one. But we didn't, other than that, yeah, I was definitely the black sheep out of the two of us. I definitely got into more trouble than she did. I was the one getting in bar fights at 19, and she never, I mean, she still doesn't drink, and that's her choice, So it's just not what she likes. So, and that's okay. That's, she does her thing, and I do mine, and that's it.
It is what it is.
She's my sister at the end of the day, and I love her dearly.
Amen.
And I can talk bad about her. But if anybody else does, that'll piss me off. You know, it's that double standard. But yeah, so hopefully we'll get them to come around. I want them to have the right information. It scares me. My niece, she's 18 years old. She's about ready to go away to college. I mean, she just graduated from high school. She's going to Pennsylvania. God, I know I'm going to get this wrong too. I get it wrong all the time. It's one of she's going to an art school in Philadelphia, and it's very difficult to get into. And she got a $10,000 scholarship to help her along the way. So, I mean, got to give her credit for that. She is very good at what she does. But she's a little close-minded. So, but she's 18. So hopefully she'll grow up. She's me at 18.
See a lot of closed-minded people.
Yeah, well, I wasn't closed-minded like that. Not like she is. Like, I was willing to hear you out, and she's not. She's not willing to hear anybody out. Because, hey, if she's going to say the F word at the table in the middle of Thanksgiving dinner, you're going to deal with that. Because it just is what it is. Because it's just another word. And I get that. But I grew up in a household where shit is a bad word to my mom. So that's not cool. That's grandma's house. That's just in my eyes. Every parent has their own thing though, so I can't say that either. So what works for them doesn't work for us. If Austin ever did it, I'd kick his ass right there in front of my parents, because you don't disrespect any elders, let alone your grandparents. But again, that's just my opinion. Like, I'm old school, where my father sits at the head of the table, the next male in line sits at the other end of the table. Like, I'm old school like that. I don't care what house you're in. Come to dinner at my house. My father's there. My father's at the head of the table because he's the patriarch of the family. That's just my old school, how I am. And my sister's also not like that. It's just everybody sits where they sit. And, you know, I guess it shows the differences of how we grew up in the same household, and we're just completely different as far as how we're raising our children. But they're all amazing kids, all three of them. So, got to give them that much. And they are all opinionated, and they will all tell you exactly what they think when they need to. So, I got to give them that much too. I guess they get that much from me because my sister's very non-confrontational.
Amen. So who's hungover from yesterday?
I am. Dude, I ate all those chocolates. All of them. All of them.
Oh, no.
I ate the whole bunch.
Dude.
I was ripped. Wow. Oh, man. It was great.
Yeah, I was pretty, I was pretty out of it, too.
Fireworks. I was seeing, trails.
Yo, did you see the people got video of the lightning storm going through the fireworks? It's like, that is insane.
Jason Arnold. Jason Arnold's here.
He's hiding in the back.
He's also hungover from yesterday.
I think
Cannabis hangover.
Educate. Medicate.
Yeah, definitely. Mine's a cannabis hangover. It's disappointing. I'm like, I had 2 drinks the whole day.
I'm I'm dragging. I'm like dragging today, bro.
Me too.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, that's why I put that post out last night. I don't even know what day today was.
Yeah. Doesn't feel like a Thursday. Now it does.
Did you go in Stoner Ramble? And I missed it.
When?
Last night?
No.
I missed the post somewhere along the way.
I got high.
Oh,
I got high as hell.
And then I got high.
I was actually, I rushed to get home to go to the Snoop Dogg concert. Oh, yeah, let's talk about this.
Yeah.
But then,
So what happened
I got
to Snoop Dogg
home
concert?
and I got high.
And you
was
didn't
gonna
make
go.
it.
I was gonna go to the Snoop concert, but then I got high.
Then you got high.
Then you got high. I hate that song.
Then I got high.
I hate that song. Why do you have to
I
say
know.
that?
Song? What song?
That stupid song.
I was gonna go
with the
see
woman
Snoop
beater.
Dogg, but then I got high.
That's not even a Snoop Dogg song.
No, this,
No, but
how was it last night?
Dude, it was
Yeah.
packed. It was amazing. I had a great time.
I'm sure he'd put it on pretty kick-ass.
I got anxiety going through the checkpoint though.
Ooh,
I'm legal. I got my pen with me. I got my wax with me, but
Well, then they shouldn't be able
I'm
to touch
still
you, right?
paranoid because look what happened to Mikey in Seaside.
Oh,
He got tackled.
yeah.
Just
Oh, my
driving his bike
God.
along, driving a Huffy, by the way. Driving his Huffy along, body da da with
got
no
a picture.
lights
I got a
and no
picture.
bells. How do you drive a bike with no bell? You should be tackled. They should tackle everybody with no bell.
Damn
How
straight
dare
they
you.
should. 8 people went after him, right? Was
Not
it
a
8
bell.
or 9 took him down? All
You better get a
Regular-
bell. Get your
Yeah.
bells in order,
and
people.
make sure those
Lights and bells, y'all. Lights,
lights
and bells.
Yes.
see that naked
And,
bike?
and you better
that.
have reflectors on that.
Yeah, it's Huffy. No wonder I'd pull you over too with a Huffy.
Wait, let me see.
Tackle him. You should tackle him.
Oh yeah, you better tackle
Tackle that
like,
guy.
That he's a
You
criminal.
see him?
He's
Tackle him.
100%. He's a criminal.
Spear him. Spear tackle.
That's it.
Not a rugby tackle. Like you got to like spear,
Yeah.
like lead with
8
your head
people, right?
and go flying like Superman, like you're some kind of fucking nut job.
Dude,
3 of them. 1 got him from the left, 2 got him from the
I
right.
swear to God, like I said, I'm convinced if it has the name C and then anything afterwards, it's effing evil. Because there were so much
don't understand
bad
that.
stuff happened. Well, after
Say
the
that again.
same day that happened in Seaside, or Sea Isle, right? And then in
Seaside.
or like
Seaside Heights.
Sea Isle
Okay, I'm
City
too high.
down.
Yeah, my head's gonna fucking
Seaside
My
explode.
head
Heights is up here. Seaside Heights is by New York. Sea Isle City is down by Atlantic City.
But what about the sea shit?
Well, down there,
And then the ice
a bunch
shit.
of kids broke into a
Oh,
garage
saw that.
and stole liquor. Right out of the dude's garage. And it's on camera. Like the same night that Mike got attacked. And I'm like, I'm convinced if it says see anything, it's evil. Now, this one I know I tagged you in. That one I did tag you in. So check your feed.
Check my who?
Check your
Shocking.
feed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just convinced. It's
That
got to be
reminds me of a
something
joke.
about the name.
There's these 3 women, and they're all comparing their men towards, drinks. So this one lady's like, "Hey, my man's like 7 Up. Every time he gets it up, we do it 7 times." Next lady's like, "Really? My man's like Mountain Dew. Every time he mounts, we do." The third lady's like, "Yeah, my man, he's like Jack Daniels." "What do you mean, Jack Daniels? Huh? What do you mean, Jack Daniels?" "He's a hard liquor." Anyway.
In a city,
that one. I'm
in a
gonna
city
show
that has greatness tainted by corruption and violence, New Jersey Weedman's Joint used to be a temple. People of all races and creeds gathered there and enjoyed good food, fellowship, artistic expression, and religious sanctuary. Edward Forchion, a.k.a. New Jersey Weedman, and Debbie opened the joint in 2015, and shortly thereafter, the Trenton police force began targeting them, issuing countless tickets for serving chicken wings after 11, where the law clearly allowed for the business to be open until 2 a.m. After Mr. Forchion fought back by filing a federal lawsuit against the police responded by raiding the joint on false premises and ultimately jailing Mr. Forchion for bogus charges for 447 days without bail, for a crime he was found not guilty of twice. Ed will not quit fighting, as his track record will prove, but he needs your help to recover from this attack and get the joint back open. The Mercer County Prosecutor's Office tried to close the joint by attempting to send New Jersey Weedman to prison on bogus charges. Weedman is trying to reopen the joint and needs your help. Catered food, music, camaraderie. Come participate in this 420 friendly fundraising event to promote peace and love and the reopening of New Jersey Weedman's Joint and Temple. $50. Buy your tickets online for $42. 5 vendor tables. This sounds great.
Oh,
Anyone with a Stephanie Katz effigy will be let in for free, I guess.
Stephanie Cat. What do you mean effigy?
A Stephanie Katz doll, a big doll.
I don't have fuck. Why would I go get an ugly ass doll?
can make $1
just to get in for free.
I already paid, but I'm bringing $1 anyway. Just to be a dick.
Did you pay for me?
Just to be a dick, I'm bringing $1.
You didn't pay for me. Huh? You suck. What's team partnership all about?
So that is August 5th, Sunday,
Hello?
August 5th.
Is my mic off?
At 12 p.m.
Am I talking?
You can pay your own $4. I just bought your outfit, your Mets outfit.
You didn't buy shit.
I bought it and then I got
Tony
reimbursed.
Liberte.
I bought it. I got reimbursed.
Tony Liberte bought that.
He reimbursed me.
I can't wait to go to the shore. It was like a little dick tease.
Can we go to Bayonne, please?
That's not the fucking shore.
It's a shore. Bayonne has shores.
What are you smoking?
It's a peninsula.
Give me your dippy,
Bayonne's
your dipper.
Bayonne's a beach
No.
town. It's a beach town.
You're crazy.
We have a boardwalk. We got a
The boardwalk is like
we got a boardwalk.
Dumpsters. Garbage dumpsters. That's the boardwalk,
How
man.
good would that be?
No.
How cool would that be? Elizabeth in the background of our beach. Come on, Elizabeth Seaport.
Elizabeth, who's she?
I
don't know. No, Elizabeth.
See.
It'll be funny.
Elizabeth. Oh, that one.
Because we're all bringing our chairs and whatnot.
It'll be funny.
Yo, John didn't get the outfit. Just so you know, I know you're listening, John. You don't get to come.
Yeah, John.
Don't give him the
You
location.
snooze, you lose, John.
Exactly.
Now, don't tell him that. He'll get upset. John, don't worry. I got your back.
We should charge him something. Make him pay for lunch.
Yeah,
No.
John, you're buying lunch and the first 2 joints.
And the first hooker.
Oh, what?
Dancer.
What?
So this is when I shouldn't bring my husband
Dolphin.
to, huh?
We like your husband. He's funny as hell. I miss him today. You kidding me? I miss him in his dancing. Da, 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 da.
Yeah,
Look, Ma, no hands.
So Sunday, August 5th at 12, you're in Trenton at the joint.
Urine. Stop using.
You're in Trenton.
No, you're in Bayonne. Oh boy.
And yeah, that's all.
So listen. Okay, we'll talk about ours later then. But seriously, August 5th. It's a Sunday. Make sure you're there. $42. Reserve tickets. $50 at the door. Vendors. There's going to be people vending. People, use your friggin' minds. People will have hats. People will have
I'm sure
shorts,
and
lighters, papers,
dildos.
No, this isn't one of those types of parties.
Oh,
don't do that. We may get.
I know he
pissed
gets
off
mad
at
when I
that.
do that. All right, I take that back.
See, I didn't do it that time.
He gets mad when I do that.
Yeah,
but they do have hemp floggers and they have hemp products like that.
I don't know what a hemp flogger
You don't know
is.
what a flogger is?
No,
they
I
have
don't.
hemp floggers.
Thank God.
They do sell hemp floggers.
Oh, somebody needs to teach you what a flogger is.
Plastic's bad. We need to make everything out of hemp.
Absolutely. Well, now we can.
sex
Now, legally, we
things.
can. Legally, it says that we can do anything we want with hemp.
Well, thanks to Trump,
We
right?
just- yeah.
Trump did a good thing.
Let's get rid of straws.
Let's keep going.
Get rid of
though.
plastics. We don't want any more plastics.
Yes,
We're
no
done.
more condoms.
I mean,
Bad.
hey, at the end of the day, our American flag is made out of hemp. The first American flag, whatever version you go by, was made out of hemp.
You know, the oceans have islands of plastics and like dildos
crazy.
and
It's
plastic
disgusting,
and
right? So-
straws
Right.
and
straws,
sex toys.
It's
Use
just gross.
condoms.
It's just
Well, yeah.
piles.
Did you see like our beaches were shut down and
Disgusting.
You know,
Well, that's different.
well, they
that
were,
was for shit.
Oh, that's right. The
Well,
fecal
when I was a
oh.
kid-
Oh, fecal matter.
when I was a kid, it was shut down because of trash and needles.
Not the Bayonne Beach. They never shut the Bayonne Beach down.
Yeah.
You can
Dude,
swim
there
in
is no
Bayonne.
Bayonne. There is no
You can
beach.
swim in Bayonne.
Yes, you can swim in Bayonne with the fishies.
Yes, you can. Don't you know the law, the rules? Just talk.
Bacterial
Terrence, stop scaring me.
What?
Man. Back up, man.
contamination.
Holy shit.
Wait
Leave me alone, bro.
There is bacterial
You're like a surfer, dude.
contamination
socks.
in all the beaches. I think there's 148.
PCBs, mercury, arsenic, vinyl chloride,
Poop,
chromium,
shit,
cocky,
fecal matter,
duty,
sewer.
duty.
Swim in it. Enjoy.
Sure, it's not a Snickers bar and someone was just playing a joke.
How about you try it out and we'll see.
I'm not eating it. You eat it.
Let's not talk about the endless syringes that you can be stuck with.
Thank you. See, that was my
Not to
other
mention
thing.
the sharks that'll eat you now.
That's
Yes. Eat them, eat them, eat them.
Because they all got mercury poisoning and aluminum in their brains. So
I
they
don't
got
know.
Right?
dementia sharks.
Dementia.
Sharks have no
Of
brains.
all the wonderful.
They're thoughtless. They're just
What's
eating
up?
machines.
Darren.
I don't know. I think they got some brains in
Not
there. I
much.
think they're pretty smart.
Terrence got a girl.
Who?
Terrence
Oh.
got a girl.
Really?
What's up, T? Special guest.
Yes,
Terrence.
I brought a beautiful
But
girl.
T,
with me.
unless your girl's a
She's
patient,
shy.
unless
That's
she's
right.
a patient.
Hey, Shy,
can't
nice to meet you,
partake.
hon.
Nice to meet you, Shy.
This is the
Hey, Shy.
Ignorance is
No,
No
her name
Excuse
is Charity Love.
Pop-up
I'm Lefty.
podcast.
Believe it or not, that's on her birth certificate.
Nice.
Love.
Charity Love.
Charity Love.
Very cool.
Charity Love.
That is not
Miss
fictitious.
Love.
That's a great name.
I know, isn't it?
Terrence
She's
and
like
Love.
ashamed. She hates that name.
No, it's, you have hippie. Your parents were hippies, and we get it.
Yes. What? It's not her fault.
Or your parents were Christian, possibly too,
Maybe they're Mormon.
or both. Stoner Christians. That's a big thing nowadays.
Mormons.
Like a
And
bohemian
of course they
fucking-
say, the Bible Belt is one of the biggest areas stopping us from getting this through.
Did you say Bible Belt?
They'll
Hey,
figure
just
it
like
out.
River
Isn't that
Phoenix,
what they
right?
call
They'll figure it out.
Isn't
What is
that
it?
what they
It's
call
River
the-
Phoenix, and what's
they
the
call
other
it
one?
the Bible Belt?
Jakelin or
What's a Bible
Jocelyn?
Belt?
Is it
It's the
Jacqueline?
area of the South
Is
that's
it Jacqueline?
blocking marijuana from getting legalized.
Hurtful.
The dark
Hurtful.
state.
Hurtful bell. Hurtful.
dark
state.
Hurtful.
Joaquin.
Okay, thank you. That's I'm going to do that for now.
River
Until I
Phoenix,
get a bell.
Joaquin.
No, until I get a bell, I'm going to just
That's
ding, 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 ding,
I
ding,
don't know
ding,
where
ding,
there's a
ding.
bell.
Until I get a bell, I'm just
Yes,
going to
Charity Love is in Trentonio.
So we'll have to get
Yes.
you
go.
a
Tell me more. Tell me more.
She's got warrants out for arrest all over the countryside, so everybody knows who Charity.
What-
Well,
why-
that's good. You just waited for the cop to walk into the building before you said that.
Hamilton Township
Yeah.
Police cleared all her warrants for me, dude.
At least he waited.
Hamilton
At least he
Township
waited.
Police.
No, but it,
Pick us up. We're getting high. Well, I'm getting high. She's watching me get high on over by the manor. And the Hamilton Township Police that everybody hates. Everybody
Million
hates him.
pictures of
The
Lefty, so
Hamilton
he can-
Township Police,
He's
everybody hates
taking a
him.
million
I don't.
pictures of Lefty so he can stick a
They
big
took
dick
her.
in your hand.
They took her and cleared all her warrants and then brought her to Lawrenceville.
He's waiting for the
dropped her
perfect
off.
open mouth shot
They
there.
couldn't wait to
You
get
know
rid of
it.
her.
Now Lefty's gonna get
They
it.
loved you. Don't
Photoshopped.
the cops love me
You're gonna
in
be
Hamilton?
made into a meme.
Of course they do.
I mean,
They wouldn't even have a police force if it wasn't for me.
her memes
My generation
are
is why the
so
cops
effing-
why the troopers actually have a
My
force.
memes are stolen from other
troopers
people's.
troopers wouldn't have a force. There wouldn't even be a
I
police
steal my
force if it
memes
wasn't
from
for
other
my
people.
generation.
Hold on.
If it was up to this generation, you wouldn't even have a police force. If it was up to this generation, you wouldn't even have a National Guard. If it was up to this generation, you wouldn't have a military. Okay? It was because my generation of the 15 percentile that is still alive that held it together for this generation. All right? The less than
15%
zeros kept everything,
Less
while
than
all
zero.
the other losers lost everything. And because of my generation, you actually have a world today.
Put some music.
The less
into
than
that.
zeros that
Put
made
some
it
music
through.
into that.
There's only 2 of us left in the county of Mercer. The rest of these losers. I
Get some
mean, everyone
patriotic music.
before us and everyone after us. All right. The class of 88.
That was you?
That's me.
Oh, wait, that's
What?
French.
You graduated
That's
in
French.
'88. You're a baby.
Honor roll.
88.
I was on the honor roll in 88.
Baby.
And I was interstate drug trafficking too.
88.
Baby.
89. I
Baby.
graduated in 89.
I was in the
He's a
room building
baby.
in 88. And I still graduated high school. Thanks to child study team of
I
state of New
graduated
Jersey
in '80.
for not never giving up on me. That's why I do everything for child study.
Amen.
Hey, they never gave up on me, and I never gave up on them. I'm
I'm
not
the
here for any other reason.
2%.
A la ganja.
I'm
I'm
here
the-
for
I'm
child
the
study team
2%.
of the Board of Education, of the State of New Jersey.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a writer for children and teenagers.
Wait.
What?
Oh,
You're a
yeah.
what? Wait, what
Wait.
are you?
I went to West Reading, Connecticut's Institute of Children's and Teenagers Literature, and I
Give me the title. What's the
yes,
title of your book?
Dick and Jane.
Harry goes to
Break in the
Potter.
Clouds,
What is it?
a break in the clouds,
Break in the Clouds. All right. Break in the Clouds.
Dance on the Horizon, Outstanding Poets of '94. I rank in the top 2% out of 157 countries with
I'm
the
the
International
2%.
Society of Poets. I was put into the Hall of Fame in '96.
As who?
As
Can we
of
look
Terrence
that
Michael
up?
Clark of Hamilton Square, New Jersey's International Society
See?
of Poets.
Michael Clark
Out of
is
157 countries, I ranked number 2.
See?
Google
that's
it.
true. Yeah,
in
you-
'96,
yeah.
I was put in the Hall of Fame. Lifetime member.
Yeah,
I was
he-
made a lifetime member in '93 in Washington, D.C. And I was given awards and shit. I'm on the world's largest poem for peace. So was Gore. So was Clinton. Everybody came in to
Awesome.
fucking put their shit on it.
See, we all got secrets, don't we?
I brought my mom, not my son's mother. And that's not why I lost her.
You lost your son's mother.
No, she lost me.
She lost.
And then I lost her.
I was a scientist at Tesla's.
She never left my life.
Tesla's.
She never will.
museum. They had me as a scientist.
She
one
just
year.
moved from different positions. I went from insignificant other to just asshole.
Wayne, what we got? We got some fact checks. What's going
To
on?
loser scumbag.
I don't know.
Father of vice.
No sandwiches. Would you eat them on the way?
I can't check
Where-
shit.
oh,
Give them to the homeless.
He's got so much shit that he just keeps throwing on the table.
Hey, can I get a hit?
Yeah, man. I gotta.
Well, matter of fact, let's just get those books again. You can run down the list of books that you did again.
Something about
My man.
walking in the clouds.
Yeah, walking in the
I
clouds.
thought it was a break in the clouds.
Oh, breaking the clouds.
I'm sorry, you're right.
Breaking the clouds.
Breaking the clouds. I never. Is that a book?
Hey, my guy.
I cleaned the bags.
My
of
guy.
Terrence.
Wow.
Terrence. Those books again. Could you ring off those books again?
A break in the clouds.
Boom.
Dance on the Horizon. Outstanding Poets at 94.
Just for a minute. I just want to say I'm in love with Donald Trump. I want him to adopt me.
What?
And I want to
Yes.
have sex with him while he's taking a shit on the toilet in the White House.
What?
That was beautiful. That was beautiful.
I'm confused.
No.
I'm in love.
My brain's just
I
been
donated all my
scrambled.
books to Steiner High School, Hamilton
Was
East.
that sarcastic or does she
Stop.
really love
Stop.
Trump?
Who
Wait.
cares? That's
My high school
beautiful.
library got
She
all
wants
my
to have
books.
sex with him on the toilet.
While he's taking a dump. That's
I love this.
oh.
Terrence, I'm
Is-
jealous.
Terrence, is
I'm
that,
jealous, Terrence.
is
And
that what she
who
thinks of when
is
she's with you,
the
Terrence?
author
She thinks
is
she's with
Cynthia
Trump on the
Stevens.
toilet?
Everybody's jealous.
Close
Now
enough.
you're jealous too.
Plagiarism. I smell plagiarism. Plagiarism.
Sorry, Terrence.
A break in the clouds first.
Breaking the cloud.
Outstanding Poet second. Dance on the Horizon.
Didn't quite check out that
Third.
way, Terrence.
Go to
Oh.
Steiner
No.
High School Library and you can read them.
And who wrote him?
And I'm one of Tesla's scientists.
That was. Hold on. Did you just? Someone just.
Outstanding
though.
Poets of
A
94.
woman just. You're still in like shock.
I know.
She
Give
said,
her a mic.
"Yes,
Give her-
hello."
Please come
All
back
right,
on the
little-
show.
This is
Little
what we
lady
need.
that wants to have sex with Trump on the toilet, please get over here and take a mic.
Terrence.
Please come over here.
Terrence.
They want to hear
Terrence,
more about
We
this.
want more about this.
Is he
Terrence,
taking
hold
a
on.
Share the
dump
mic.
or are you taking a dump?
Share the mic,
Here, give her the
Terrence,
mic. Hold on,
please.
hold on.
During sex with Trump, which one's taking
Go ahead.
a dump?
Well, at first I imagined that he was, but then it got better.
What do you
He
mean?
was on top of me,
What?
and I was.
On the toilet.
Yes.
Oh,
How is
that's
that
pretty
even
nasty.
possible?
It works out sometimes.
You've done this before.
No, but we all have
Were
our
you-
nasty visions.
Were you in the
Oh.
Were you in the White House laboratory?
No, I can't do
Then
it.
how did this happen?
What color was it? No, she said she imagines it. I understand.
All
You
right, well,
imagine.
like if you time travel
Why Trump
there,
though?
Hmm?
Yeah, why Trump?
Why Trump?
She's an ice.
Sir Trump.
do you like him? You think
Sir
he's
Trump.
hot?
He's
You
not a
think he's
sir.
hot?
She doesn't give it away to anybody.
He's a mean man, but you know what? Some ladies
Is it just
can handle
power? Is it just you like the power, or you heard he's got a big
No, I
thing?
like the
I
position.
mean, where's
You
the
like that
cannabis
position?
Hold on, which
combos? Where
position?
where
The
are we
toilet
going with this,
position.
people?
Yeah, hold on.
Are
Wait,
you
wait,
smoking
Jason.
a joint
Jason,
at
hold
least
on.
when you guys are having
This is
sex
great.
on the shitter?
Sickening is what it is.
Jason, this is great.
No, I'm a homebound American animal in the United States of America. Salute.
My mind is still scrambled because, like, I'm picturing her in the White House laboratory and Donald Trump running in with like a severe diarrhea and
Oh,
just
all right.
sitting on her.
Well, hold on. Why the diarrhea though?
Okay, come on.
No one said nothing
Stop.
about diarrhea.
Stop it. Stop it. Jason's right.
Well, she said he got better, so I thought he must have had a
Jason's
problem.
right. We need the voice of reason was Jason. And he left, so now we're done.
Well, we had transients. You have to give transients a turn at the mic.
Who said anything
We
about a
gave him-
trans?
Who's trans?
Is
No,
Trump
I
a
didn't.
trans?
No, I didn't say trans.
Did you say Trump's a trans? That would explain everything.
Trump might be a trans.
Yeah.
Guarantee they didn't have no marijuana cards for these.
Wait, grab that mic,
Uh-oh.
Terrence.
Uh-oh.
What? Grab that mic. I can't hear you.
No, we don't want to talk about.
I
something.
have marijuana roaches.
Oh my God.
What do you get?
Yes,
are they
they
from
are
the
marijuana.
streets of Trenton?
I'm debating whether I didn't really check the other one out. It might be Buddha Bud, but this is a Mill Hill Saloon area. Mill Hill Saloon.
Don't drop your roaches.
He's
Not
got
too
him in
many
a
Buddha
bag.
Bud heads.
Don't drop
It's
your
all-
roaches,
it's-
people.
But if you go a
There's
block
another
up,
one. There's
if
another
you
one.
go a block up from Mill Hill Saloon,
There's a roach. Get it. Get it.
no,
Get-
that's cigarette.
That cigarette. Oh,
He
get that
replaced
tobacco out of
A
here.
real roach with a cigarette roach.
All right.
Watch out for this.
That's
Don't tell the state troopers. I don't have a marijuana card. But I doubt anyone else had a marijuana card because these things were found on the ground.
Where's the state trooper when you need one?
We don't need one. Trust me.
Parked
I
right
can get
there.
away with it as the shaman priest I am. I can grow it. I can.
You're a
do
shaman
whatever.
priest.
I am a
Since
shaman.
1990.
I'm a shaman priest too.
Everything. He's
You
everything
know that?
going
I
on.
can prove.
I really am too.
How do you prove it?
you.
I'll probably
My
pull his
name is
pants
Terrence
down.
Clark,
Yes.
and I started with the Legality of Spirituality for Catholicism in the Aquinas Institute of Princeton, 206 Library Place. across
Is that
from the
2 R's?
theology-
Gala Brain Project, huh?
In 77.
Yeah, Gala
Sacred
Brain
Heart.
Project.
Fire
Yes.
is the light. The light is
Is it Gala
understanding.
Brain Project? You remember?
Your Clockwork Orange
Are-
hippie world doesn't even exist in my Gaia. Okay, I don't
Gaia.
live on fucking
The hell
weak,
is a
pathetic
Gaia?
Eve of
Are you a
Earth.
Star Wars?
I live never a Star Wars. Never.
Star worker,
No. Or true.
light worker.
Never.
All right.
I know your
So,
illumination
shaman.
of your
So
Illuminati
do your
better.
shaman. Tell
I
me
know-
how
I know
much
every
have you
form of
healed?
satanic and voodoo.
What have you
better.
healed?
I can make crystal balls. I can destroy crystal balls. Skulls, I can make it.
How do
and
you make
destroy
the
it.
crystal balls?
Your Hellraiser ain't shit.
You
And
have
your
crystal
Pandora
balls
box and your
Yes, crystal
cyberspace
balls.
of Android pathetic internet has nothing.
I think you're
on
flipping
me.
on too much DMT, man.
Your entity that's inside your mind and your Android that controls it and your machine that doesn't work.
You're in your synthetic.
I don't have a machine. I don't have a god. I don't have
simulated world. He's
Never
in his
will.
simulated
Never will.
matrix, people. He's just
Your
been
jailhouse
mind
heaven-
warped.
your jailhouse heaven of eternity.
His mind's been taken
I'll see you
captive
on
by the
Judgment Day.
Illuminati.
The Whispering Wind.
Go ahead.
You're the Illuminati, though,
Yeah,
right? So you took his.
Now,
mind.
my name's the Whispering Wind. I'm Terrence
Illuminati.
Clark, the Whispering Wind.
That's
I
another
legally
book.
changed
The
my name to
Whispering Wind. Is that
Yes.
another book?
I bet he was an
You
Indian.
better believe it.
Were you in an Indian?
I'm 100% Irish. I'm the Banshee.
Irish. He's Irish, Bob. He's
I'm
Irish,
Banshee.
Bob. He's Irish.
I'm with the Wicked.
Where you from in Ireland?
My name is Terrence Clark, and I was born at St. Francis, 1969.
My name is Terrence Clark.
1696.
No,
1492.
I do past lives better.
I do too.
I do mine better.
I time travel.
I
What
never
about
did
you?
it for anyone else but myself. I was
I-
never
I
interested
see
in
Yeah,
anyone
astro
else's
project.
weak, pathetic ghost, soul, or spirit. Only my own. Only my own.
You clairvoyant?
When wasn't I?
You got clairsentience?
I was lobotomized.
You got clairaudience?
Lobotomized. That makes sense.
What?
That
I
makes
was
sense.
lobotomized. I got 12 senses.
He
You
was
have
lobotomized.
6.
That means they took
gonna
out a
speak for
piece
a
of his
second.
brain. That's what
Let's
that
talk
means in medical
economy.
terms. Ah.
America built America up. We've been striving with our credit and beating on our credit to improve, to go up. Where's it going?
You said up, right?
Up as in,
Up
the
your
stock
butt.
market. No, not
your
up your
butt.
ass.
Oh, why? What?
My brain scan, my EKG.
Yeah, mine's
all
outrageous
my
too.
shit, all the colors of my aura and
They
brain
seen your
chemistry
aura in your brain
proves-
scan. How's your pineal
proves
gland?
me. My black
Is your
blood-
pineal gland really
The
open?
color of
Is
his
it really
orifice?
alert? Is it huge? How's your
Might prove
hypothalamus?
me better than Dalai
Your
Lama can
hypothalamus really
prove his
nice?
Pathetic fucking Buddhist
How's your
religion.
amygdala?
Oh,
Is it doing good?
Pathetic. Your
That's
Dalai
great.
Lama has one lifetime he can talk about. Dalai Lama sucks. He only has one lifetime he can talk about. And when he dies, your whole Buddhist fucking scumbag
Dalai
religion
Lama never
disappears.
dies.
When Dalai Lama dies,
in the
so
Ark
does
of
your
the
whole
Covenant
fucking
forever.
Tibetan bullshit.
All the monks, their souls.
No, keep going.
Dolly
When your
never
Dalai
dies.
crystal
Lama
line.
dies, so does your whole Buddhist world.
Up in the
Bam!
sky.
End of story.
It's in
Bam!
the pyramids.
End of
Just
story.
like the Wizard of Oz. Bye.
Don't look behind the curtain. Everything's hidden in plain sight.
Behind curtain number 2, Billy Huff. Yes.
Opium is a good drug for the losers. Cocaine.
Wow.
Cocaine.
What about
Coca.
cocaine?
Coca-Cola.
G-
And
I think
Brown
he's
sugar.
hanging with the wrong
and
crowd,
and
isn't he?
666
Let's put some
is
fists
the
in
Is he at
favorite
the
number.
wrong party here?
put up.
This shit is out of control. Way out of control. And if no one else is willing
I
to
thought
speak
they
up
only
about
did this
this,
shit at Camp Jam.
oh my God.
Lord of mercy.
What the
It don't
I
stop.
just want to say one
We
more
just
thing.
want to bring it
I
back
love the
to
McDowells,
Sativa
26
Cross. We
North
don't
Railroad
want-
Power,
come on.
Pedricktown, Salem County, New Jersey. David, Peter, Madison, and Valerie
Cannabis
love
doesn't
McDowell.
Shout
approve
out.
of this.
Shout out. We all
Cannabis
want
does
some.
not do this. I don't know what's happening
don't-
right now.
You'll get high as
But
hell.
This is
You'll
out of
get
control.
friggin'
And this
don't
needs to
even-
come to an abrupt halt. Bring it back
Thank you,
somewhere.
Jason.
and
Thank
let
you.
something, because
Thank you.
we are the
High
cannabis
as hell.
community.
Thank
We
you,
are
Jason.
stoners.
Thank you.
We're medical marijuana patients.
Thank you.
You know, these are the people that we represent. This is what this show is about.
Thank you.
This is what we're here to do. So, for anybody who has been listening for the past couple or watching for the past couple
that
minutes,
was all a
that
joke.
was just
That was a
short
mind warp.
excerpt.
I wouldn't even light my joint because my mind was just like,
And now, back to our regularly scheduled program.
and back.
Thank
to-
you. I love you, America. I love you.
Live
Yeah, let that
from
DMT flow
Trenton,
through your
New
veins.
Jersey.
Thank you, Jason.
Get
Of that
ready.
adrenaline in my veins.
Thank you.
Whoa. I'm
fucking head hurts.
I'm sorry. I'm
My head
I'm afraid
hurts.
to touch that mic. Like, I don't know what could be on it.
Well,
What
I'd
could
say a
be on
little liquid help.
Who knows? Like they were they were
You hear
dripping
me?
on it a little too tight there.
Tracy, I said to stay away. There's a little liquid help.
That's why I said, you know what? I just don't even want to go there.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Well, at least I was able to
And-
call him out on
and
everything
we
because
wanted-
I
Put her down,
am.
please.
And
Hold on,
we
hold on,
want-
stop.
Put her
Stop,
down,
stop,
please.
hold on.
Arnold rules.
Thank you, Jason.
We wonder
All right.
why the police think that we're giving out weed.
Hey,
He found
no,
joints.
actually, he was picking up the roaches and putting down
no, 'cause
cigarette
he
roaches.
was offering to his girlfriend. He's like, "Oh, come on over," and I was like, "You're not a
No,
patient."
no,
I
no,
don't
that's
think
why I
that was his
wouldn't like this.
girlfriend. I
That's
don't
why
think
I
she wanted to have
I
sex
said,
with him.
"You're not a patient."
That's
We
why I
don't
wouldn't
share.
like
You
this.
think they have
You
sex
noticed
together?
I held on to
No.
it. the whole
Yeah,
time.
Hold on, hold
did.
on.
No, she's
Wayne,
too,
do you think
she's,
they had sex together?
she's too busy thinking about boning Trump on the toilet.
What is that? What was that all about?
Dude,
That was shocking.
she felt like
Hey, I'm glad I
she
called
felt
him out on the real
she felt the desire to come running to the
yeah,
microphone.
why would she have to do that?
and tell us that?
She interrupted our show to tell us that.
Like,
Jason wants to talk about cannabis, and
she was trying to turn on.
Wow.
hold on, Cindy. No, we're done. We're done with that. We're talking about cannabis now. Ready to go. Cannabis. 3, 2, 1. Cannabis. Go.
Cannabis. We all love cannabis.
Hi, my name is Tracy, and I smoke weed, and I'm proud to say I smoke weed.
Yes, I'm Cindy Ruggiero, and I'm here today because I smoke a lot of marijuana.
We love you, Cindy. We love
I-
you, Tracy.
We
Keep
love
coming
you.
back.
Keep
Keep coming back. Yeah.
I feel like I'm interviewing me.
I say you're a good person. You're a bad person.
What did they just
I
say?
You're a
think
bad
found
person.
out that he's a bad
You
person.
smoke
What they say?
marijuana.
Smokes
You're bad.
I
You're
smoke weed.
bad.
I'm not a
Marijuana is
fat
bad.
person.
You're
That's
bad.
evil.
Bad
said-
person.
That's
I'm not a fat person.
evil.
That's not right.
No smoking marijuana. That's
Oh, you finally got a
evil.
call? Cool. Please save us.
Oh, we
Save
got a
us.
call.
Oh,
It says
pick
Edmond.
up the goddamn phone. Do you not know how to do
I
this?
think
shit?
it was
Are
Edmond.
we counting your curse words.
Did he
We're gonna
curse?
count.
For every 10 curse words,
Do I curse?
I get to smack him. I get to spank him.
Oh, on live radio. You
Maybe-
get to spank
maybe
him
if
on
you're
live
lucky.
radio.
Just have to wait and see.
Cannabis,
No, we already had this
Cannabis,
conversation about
cannabis.
how like the guys can sit there with their,
Listen.
boobs out with no problem, but
Here.
I can't sit here with my boobs out without them giving me an issue.
Let's
but
show our
yet
boobs.
I got.
We-
don't
no,
show
no,
your
listen.
boobs.
Let's
No,
show our
no.
boobs.
We can't.
No,
we
we
can't.
can't.
We
Stop.
legally
Stop.
can't.
I want to talk to Morgan. Morgan, can we talk about what happened to you with your
Yeah.
situation? I
You
want
have
to
a
know.
situation. Get over
Yeah,
here.
she has a situation.
Just don't stand too close to that mic.
Just
Don't
Yeah.
stand.
You'll
no,
start
no,
tripping.
Don't worry.
yeah. I want to hear your situation.
Yeah,
Grab,
yeah.
let's grab
That
that.
mic.
Let's grab that for. No, grab that for now. Just stand up. Stand up right there.
Go on.
No, Cindy, give her your mic, Cindy.
I'll just touch it. I'm okay.
Cindy,
She's
give
not
her your
afraid
mic.
to
Oh,
touch
they're
it.
afraid to touch
No,
you.
I'm not giving up the mic.
Hi.
I'm shutting everyone down. Morgan, go ahead.
Hi. So, I guess my name is Morgan, and I met up with all of y'all because I was raided in Philly. They came in for my roommate like the day before gay marriage got passed 3 years ago. But so I developed PTSD because of it, and so I decided to use my focus my political protest with cannabis. I was doing a lot of other things like immigration and like gay rights and things like that. But after my raid, I realized that I had to fight for decriminalization. So that's why I'm here. I've been trying to get really involved more since moving back to New Jersey, and I became a patient. Let's see it. So a few 4 months ago, I became a patient. I went through Dr. Andrew Medvosky, and it was it really improved my life because it made me a happier person. It made me think a lot clearer, and sometimes you have to realize when bad things happen, good things sometimes will fall from that. Because I wouldn't have met all of you guys if that experience didn't happen to me. So oh my god, I don't want to get sad.
What happened to you?
When the DEA came into my house, that was really traumatic. I'll never forget. I'll be talking about this forever. But throughout the last 3 years, I've just been in therapy, and I got my card, and I need to come out, and it really helps my mental health. But I don't initially I didn't want to be that person who was afraid of the government, but I am. But most recently, I served on grand jury. So with that and going to therapy and being there and being on grand jury, I've learned a lot about what's going on in this world. So I'm just happy I'm here. I'm glad I met you guys.
What did they do to you?
So the day before gay marriage got passed, I guess the night before, they were watching us. I learned if you're doing bad things and if you're doing illegal things, there are going to be repercussions and you make those choices. I wasn't doing those choices, but I just got caught up on all of it. I thought my roommates were having a marital disagreement. So, yeah, so what I've learned, but I want to learn more about the police and kind of how they operate. So being on grand jury, learning how they do routine, pulling people over and how they search people. And on grand jury, I just made sure they knew about Kuma as a new patient, how they shouldn't just assume that search the car because it smells like weed. That's the first thing that's probable cause to them. Instead of that, be hey, is there any patients in the car? That's what they should do. So from that raid, I learned that it's not fair. They came in, they found 8 ounces of weed. I know that's a lot in Pennsylvania, but because my dad's an attorney, so that kind of led me to activism, and my grandfather was a civil rights attorney in Essex County. So that's why I'm here. I became an activist, and I got caught up in some stuff, but everything's gonna be all right. As long as we have community, as long as we have therapy, yeah.
Changing. It's the new. Out with the old, in with the new, and empowerment and strength, and being able to find that within yourself to turn the tables and be able to move forward after a traumatic experience like
Definitely. It's been 3 years of growth. I think it's crazy that within this 3 years, I basically, the anniversary was last week. I finished my grand jury experience, and it's just how full circle things are becoming, and I'm a patient now, so Now we just need to help for other people and other patients. We need to advocate for each other. That's how I feel. I hate like to sound like a spiel, but like
Nobody else is helping us.
Right. Nobody else is. Are you part of like what area do you live in?
So
I guess?
I actually
like,
live. I work at Petco in Trenton, and I live in Somerville. Somerville's very proactive.
Okay, so
it's
you're
a
up there,
very
yeah.
Proactive, positive town. They have a veteran-owned smoke shop called Urban Chaos. Like, shut up, Urban Chaos. I'm gonna do that. They're a veteran-owned. It's really nice over there, and they are helping patients. And like, I just want to be able to help other people who have PTSD. And that's what I suffer from, and like other mental illnesses. I think I want to advocate for mental illness, more mental illnesses to be added to the list, because like bipolar disorder is treated in Canada and we don't have it here. And it's really like a good sativa would really stabilize someone with bipolar disorder, as long as it didn't make them too paranoid for mania. It would really just make someone happy. Like strains like Golden Goat, like that just makes you cerebrally happy. So that's why I'm here, and I'm really happy that I got more involved, and I was involved with the numerous like amount of protests in this, like the Unity Cipher protests 2 years ago.
Just from the time period I started hanging out with these guys, and it was really by accident. I was up here with CMM and Jay doing something else. That just happened to be 420 when I ended up meeting all these guys, and just from then until now, I'd been involved before, but not like anything like near where I am now. But the amount of growth that you will get from being able to use your voice, it's like the best therapy there alone. And you're finally like, this is the first time I've ever been around people that when they say, how are you doing today? They want to know for real how you're doing. They don't want that, oh, I'm great, the stars, like that. I think the first time Lefty ever asked me that, I gave him the pleasantry, and he's like, "Oh, yeah, it's beautiful. Not every day I get to breathe. There's another wonderful day." And he's like, "No, like, how are you?"
Yeah, crack a shit right there. What the hell are you talking about? Aren't you sick? I thought you were sick.
And it was right after some surgery, and he was like, "No, for real. Like, how are you doing?" So it is a different world. It's a different environment, and I've been able to find it in two places: hanging out with these guys here. South Philly normal, because I'm down that neck of the woods. And then the
shout out to South Philly normal for paying for that free party.
Amen.
They're paying.
Yeah, we're covering the insurance.
Yeah, paying the insurance.
Hey,
man.
it's got to be done. It's got to be done. So if we can help out, we're gonna. So I got involved with that. Like I've spoken in front of the. It's just it will help a lot just in general. And then too, I hang out with veterans the rest of the time. And let me tell you, man, like if you're ever down, like find a veterans home or something and just say, hey, I want to volunteer. Where can you use me? And just like talking to them and
do they drug test you to volunteer at the VA? Because I want to volunteer at the VA, and my therapist said, wait until you become a patient.
I think the hospital is a little bit different. I you know what? I don't know what the rules would have to be. I would have to double check on it, and I'm like, you know, I'll let the VA itself is kind of different than like a veterans home or Legion or any of the other, but I can definitely find out for you.
Thank you. That'd be I definitely want to get involved with like Parents for Paws in the next Christmas time, because like I raise money at Petco for animals. Like I've raised some money for them, and like I just want to get more involved to help these families that have been raided. The kids have some of these children that have been raided with their parents, like they have PTSD, like just like me. And they have to live with that kind of thing for the rest of their lives. So
because of a decision their parents made.
Yeah, we need to support Parents for Pot, because like, I would love to we should think about doing a drive for toys, because I think we just need to help these families that are going through the same things that we're all going through. It seems like a lot of the patients, we've all gone through a lot of stuff. We've all overcome a lot of stuff.
And this is definitely the best community for you to be in, for you to work on that.
Definitely. Like I'm so happy that such a crazy event in my life led to such amazing people.
It did.
So that's like the best thing I got out of it.
These guys are some of the best people I've ever met in my life. I'm so lucky that they've let me continue to come back and ramble. But sometimes that's what you need, and then you know, you feel better afterwards.
I mean, all I gotta say is like, fuck the DEA, smoke it anyway. Because now I have my medical card. Fuck you guys. Like, I have a shield. So thank you.
Sometimes it works.
I'm not worried about the police. After serving on grand jury, I'm like, I have my car. If I have nothing on me, it doesn't matter if I smell like weed when they pull us over. Like, if I have something on me, I know to have my card. You know, Kuma law. If you have a medical marijuana card, know your rights. Just like if you need to literally print it out and laminate it, put it in your car, put it in your purse, whatever, do it. Know your rights, because if you speak more intelligently and more positively toward the police, they'll respect you more. So you're not exactly. That's how I feel.
I carry it everywhere, just so I have it.
It's not the Constitution?
No, this is the marijuana law without the statutes and everything. Just in case you ever get pulled over.
That's not all of it. That's just a little piece.
No, it gives them the information that they would need at the immediate point of a stop. It tells them exactly what they're supposed to do, what they can do, what they can't do. You can see where
CCF.
Yeah, back when this was actually one of their original forms, and I've always kept it, and it has gotten me out of situations where, like you said, the smell. If we're supposed to smoke weed in our cars, then what's our car supposed to smell like? So they can't use that as the double standard as, oh, well, we're going to use that as probable cause. Well, we're supposed to smoke in our car. That's what the law says. You got to smoke in your car. So if the law says I have to smoke in my car, you don't have probable cause to search my car. Because with probable cause, meaning that I'd have to be doing something illegal. And since I'm not, because I'm smoking pot in my car, then I'm not doing anything illegal.
In Massachusetts, when they were going through decrim, they made in Massachusetts when they had decrim, they added on top of the fact that like if your car smelled like weed, it wasn't probable cause to have a search on the car. That's why they went through with the legalization the way they did in Massachusetts. They I think, and I agree with the way how you were saying earlier about how they should decrim federally. I think that the states are wasting money on making just like arresting people for small drug arrests, small weed arrests. Like,
yes, I did see that. I think I actually reposted it. I think it's on my that came across late yesterday afternoon. Like, I mean, literally, I think I caught it at like close to 2 a.m. On actually through one of the VA pages that I'm on, and I was like, "Yay, that's cool."
Came out on Tuesday.
So yeah, well, okay, so I'm a day late, like you know.
No, I'm just saying it was good news.
But
Great
yeah,
news.
It was nice, and I hope that they, you know, that's the first step to really helping change happen, because our veterans who choose to smoke weed as opposed to use pills, in my personal opinion, they should not be, their medical records should not say that they are illegal drug abusers, because I think that's just straight up BS, but that's the way it is. And I know that for sure. My husband's listed that way. That's crap. But yet, if he takes the pills, you take the pills.
Family friendly. Whoa,
you take the pills.
Teachers don't want to sign up too, because they're automatically put on a list. My parents' tenant that lives on, they have a carriage house. He's a teacher. He has leukemia, but he does not want to be put on a list because he's a teacher. He doesn't want to be on record.
Right.
It's preventing people. It's preventing people from wanting to get their cards.
I'm not sharing. I'm not sharing no more. Nope. I'm following Kuma when we're right in front of the Statehouse.
Really?
Yeah, sorry.
Really?
Especially why they got that freaking state trooper car there.
Car sitting right there.
That, you know, they finally got a damn camera on the grill. So they're probably inside, looking at look at a close up right on the stoners.
That's why I
Lefty likes that tree. We'll just park right there.
How do
I'm
they know what you're smoking?
If you
That's-
the
I'm
card,
just
sure,
paranoid.
but if not, nope.
Oh, yeah, the
Not
card
allowed to
should,
share
yeah.
even
Tell that to
then,
Mike.
so-
I shared with my
Tell that
husband.
to Carol Millman.
And I'll continue
Tell
to
that
share
to
with my
Scott.
husband.
Well,
And I'm
you
sure
know-
he's
Tell
going
it
to
to
share it with
Ant.
me.
And
Tell
you
it to
know
Spanish ants.
What?
My husband and I do
They
the
don't wanna
same
listen.
thing.
They don't
Of
wanna hear
course.
it.
What do they expect us
let
to
them do
do?
their thing.
Well, we live in the same household and we can't afford,
Right.
you know. What?
Again? What?
Again?
What?
Wait a minute.
Oh, stop. You're going to go blah, blah, blah,
Oh,
blah.
we're talking
Keep
about-
going, blah, 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 blah.
blah, blah.
Oh,
Come on,
yeah.
keep going. Go.
Blah blah. How I share. I mean, at the cost of today's prices, you have to be able to do something. Yeah, and you can't. We can't each. 1 month he's got to get his, and 1 month I've got to get mine, and we still got to get each other through.
But then you got to also watch out for these people that are just randomly walking over here that you don't know who they are, and they're taking, shit off the table. You got to be careful.
Yeah.
Stole our weed last time.
Yeah.
A few weeks ago, they stole our weed.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm like.
So that's
yeah,
something you got to start to, keep an eye on.
That's right now. I just do this.
Yeah, that's why I hold it close.
Yep. Yeah, that way we don't have to worry about it. Okay.
Yeah. Hold it close.
Hold it close to your heart. Your cannabis.
Hold your close. Hug that cannabis. Love the cannabis.
So are we gonna go to OC?
OC. Ocean County.
No, Ocean City to go check out your
Oh.
man. He's speaking.
Ocean City.
Yeah, remember?
Ocean City.
Yeah.
Okay, what's in Ocean City? There's an
What's his
event.
name's coming to speak?
Oh.
Thank
Yes,
friggin'
Oliver
God.
North. Oliver North. We
Yes.
do want to go see Oliver
Save
North.
by
Yes,
the phone.
Oliver
Caller,
North.
you're on the air.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hi, Rich. How are you?
I am beat. What an incredibly busy week. But what I'm really looking forward to is that event that's taking place in Asbury Park. It's going to be rad. Are you guys going to go?
What event? Talk to
I'm
us.
trying. Go ahead. What's going on?
Nothing really. I'm pretty excited about Saturday's gig in Asbury Park. I am so down. It is time to roar to the shore, baby.
We're at the shore, baby.
Huh?
What's it called?
Cal, I don't even know the name of it. I'm on the guest list, though.
It's Shorganics. It's Shorganics, and it's yeah,
right, Shorganics.
It's Brandon C. His event. It starts at like 11 or 10 in the morning. I'm trying to get there early so I can at least make some a part of this. But yeah, it's the Jersey Shore Grassroots Cannabis Forum. There it is.
Right on. Thank you. I'm sorry. I'm total stoner mood. Can't remember shit.
Yeah, you call up the show to tell us about something you know. No information. You stoner.
Oh, right on.
Stoner. Hurtful. Richie, I'm glad you called.
Man.
You put out a movie. A movie. Richie's put out a movie. He's in this movie. I want you to tell me about. Tell me about this movie that's coming out, please.
Well, right now, the movie's being streamed online. All you need is a password. If anyone's interested, feel free to share that with them, Lefty. The subject matter of this movie took place around 37 years ago. It was during the Reagan-Bush era. The whole just say no thing was in its full effect. And there was a rehab, or at least they billed themselves as a rehab. And what it really turned out to be was a cult. And this is something that has direct ties to the Republican Party and government at that time. They were sheltered, protected, sway in the cities they were in. And to make a really long story short, this is a place for children, 12 to 22, roughly. They didn't. It was loosely based on the 12 steps. They really what it came down to is they used coercion, abuse, starvation, being made to stay awake for like a week was not an exaggeration. I mean, there was a lot of really messed up stuff. People really got hurt, and this is something that's sort of been just forgotten about, or not a lot of people knew about it. It sort of went away. There's a lot of things that happened in our history from now until then, and sort of made it go away. And there are hundreds and hundreds of survivors. Purportedly, they treated 30,000 children, and of those 30,000 children, there are many who committed suicide. I mean, it's a very disturbing documentary, and it's coming out at a really good time, considering there are children being taken care of by our government on the border, and I know exactly how much love, care, and concern our fucking government has for people, especially children, the most vulnerable amongst all of us. They have no voice. But yeah, here I am 37 years later, and I got a voice. I'm not the only one who put this film together. I mean, I worked on it. There are filmmakers involved, editors, all that stuff, and producers. But I was intimately involved for a very long time. I'm really happy it's out. We're trying to garner attention. So maybe the story could be told in a more full manner. I mean, what happened and all the different aspects of it take a lot longer than 90 minutes to put down, to show people. However, this film actually takes a subject that is hideously complex for someone who had not been there or involved, and they made it easier for people who were not there to be able to understand what happened. It is disturbing.
Sleep deprivation, food deprivation. They used to hold the kids down and sit on them with other kids, sitting on children.
Yeah, I mean, here, check this out. The children ran the rehab. I mean, there's very little adult supervision, and teenagers, children can be just cruel. They don't even know any better. I don't have any big resentment or hatred toward anybody or even that place. It just needs to be exposed for what it was, just so people and the parents out there don't get sucked in by another place that's just like it. I mean, the place Straight Incorporated is gone. The federal government closed them down in 1993. However, that treatment model is so proliferated throughout the United States. They are all over the place. Religiously based ones, rehab-based ones, behavior modification ones. I mean, no one program can fit every single person's problem, and that's what these places try and do. And we're trying to get the word out there. We're not making any money on this. Trust me, there's zero dinero made off of it. We just want people to know what's really going on and what has really happened.
Rich, you were locked up for 2.5 years in this place, and they would make you lie. They would make you lie to say that you did more drugs than you actually did, so that you'd say you're a bad person, and now this program is making you a good person. And then you had to turn around and start beating up the other kids. After you got beat up for a year, you turned around and became the beater, right?
Well, I mean, just by virtue of how that program was devised, in order to progress, it's not like you could just leave. You were you were watched and guarded 24 hours a day. Yes, and in order to move forward in the program, you also had to participate in abuse, however slight or dramatic it may be. In order to move forward, the staff who are children, just like yourself, they're not trained. They only went through the program, would allow you to move forward, and then you begin to get your rights back. Rights meaning you actually went home to your own home to sleep at night. You were able to freely talk to your parents and move around the room without someone holding on the back of your belt loop. I mean, literally, you have to see this film. It is fucking unbelievable what they did there. And it's still going on today. drug treatment like this today is a fucking crime.
So they would follow you into the bathroom while you would take a dump, and they would watch you?
Yes. They watch you shower. They watch you change your clothes. They watch you brush your teeth. In order to eat something, like you had to, if you were on first phase, you literally had to ask for everything. You know, can I use the toilet paper to wipe my ass? I mean, it was that crazy. But that's what it was like. Yeah, it's hard to describe. It's kind of embarrassing to talk about because it just is. It's something I buried, you know, something that hurt.
So what's the name of this movie? How does one go about watching it?
You go to, let me read off the address here. It is www.fixmykidthemovie.com.
Fix My Kid the movie. Fix My Kid. So I'm trying to say it slow, bro.
Yeah, Fix My Kid the movie.
Fix My Kid the movie.com
/movie. And once that comes up, it's going to ask you for a password. The password is straight. STRAIGHD, all lowercase.
Straight.
Wow. All right.
Yeah.
Let's get this. So it's www.
It was a www.
And then it's
Fix My Kid the movie.
The movie, and then it's /movie. Just movie.
/movie.
Okay, got it.
Exactly.
All right.
And the password is straight.
Straight, yes.
Straight. STRAIGHD.
Okay. Easy to remember now.
I would really like to hear what you guys think of it.
Yeah.
I know it sort of took Lefty back a couple of spots, so man, he's a little disturbed by that.
Wow.
I can't blame you, man.
My son was in a movie called Child of Rage. I don't know if you ever heard of it. It was back,
no.
Geez, about 1997. He was about 10, and he had
well, this isn't like an acting movie. It's a documentary.
Oh, this was
like I'm playing a role. I'm just
right. No, this wasn't playing a role. My son's autistic, and he was going and through rages, and he didn't speak. And, had a hard time communicating. And me and my husband and my children, we all know, even my parents, it's from the shot because it was a DPT shot that they gave him. And he had such a severe reaction that his fever spiked up over 107. He had a grand mal seizure where his eyes went back in his head and he was convulsing so bad and burning to the touch. And his legs swelled up 3 times the size where they gave him the vaccine. And I was holding him in the driveway because I had just got back from getting the vaccine. He was in a car seat. I pulled him out of the car seat and I was screaming, my baby's dying, my baby's dying. He was probably 16 months old. And he was just, he was walking, he was talking. He was a very smart baby, very strong baby, very happy baby. Went to a very sad baby that couldn't walk or talk anymore, that couldn't communicate or look at us, who cried all the time. And back then they said it's from the shot. They showed us the label, and on the label, I guess you hung up. Anyway, on the label of the shot, it actually said side effect, autism. Yes, it did. Join me in on this. So me and my husband were both showed this label that said side effect autism. They think they could do a Mandela effect now, and that it just everything changes. And, that's not true. Like our memories are, fantasies, but it's not, because I got proof actually, and nobody even cares to see the proof. I'd love a lawyer to contact me, because after our son got severe autism, we took him to Dr. Brill in Jefferson University, a child neurologist. And he also diagnosed our son as autistic. It was back in 1989. And if you look it up, back in 1989, the preservative that's in the shot for its whooping cough. I believe it's called a Pitocin or something. I don't want to say that wrong, but it's the whooping cough part of the shot. It's the P part of the DPT. Well, there was a preservative, and still is a preservative in there. And that preservative caused autism and the side effects. And you can even look it up because you can still find it on the internet. And of course, it caused a lifetime of hell for the whole entire family. My son's 30 years old. He'll live with us for the rest of his life. He's completely, arrogant, ignorant towards me. And I have to deal with this constantly. He just has no filters. But I brought him up and taught him to be the best human and man that I could. So he's very compassionate and goes around and helps people. And he just got a job at Lowe's. But I'd like to share a funny story real quick. Is Bob got a phone call from his job coach the other day, and Bobby had asked his boss. He said, "I'd like to have off one of these Saturdays, like maybe one Saturday a month." And the boss said that, "Hey Bob, what was it called?" That Bobby said it was not their protocol. What was it? What was it? Oh, procedures. The procedures at work. So Bobby goes, "Can I have off Saturdays maybe once a month?" And the big boss was there, and he goes, "Well, it's against our procedures." And Bobby goes, "I don't give a shit about your procedures." Everybody stared at him, and Bobby's like, "No, seriously, I don't give a shit about your procedures. I want off one Saturday every month." Well, they called Bob and said something about it, and I was like, "Well, that's my boy." Whatever. Get that Saturday off. Do it. Stand up for your rights. I'll be out there with my sign protesting right alongside of you. Good thing they got Dad's number, not mine. Anyway, back to my story. So anyway, they stopped giving him the P part. They didn't give him the P part of the shot anymore. So after the first DPT, every shot he got after that was just a DT. Without the pay. That was their admission of guilt, of course. I mean, they made a special shot for my son where they took the whooping cough, what was it, Pitocin, right? They took that off of. I tried. Right, if you know the correct, if I'm pronouncing big words wrong, just let me know. But anyway, it's the whooping cough, and they took that part out of the shot and just gave him the DT. Well, for further proof, not only did they give him the DT without the P twice, right? When my daughter was born, a few years later, they actually told me, because your son had the reaction and side effect of autism, we made a special shot for her, and she's only going to get the DT. So she never got the P part, because they said that it could cause that side effect of autism. Now, how come Mandela effect all of a sudden erased this from history? Except for if you really know what you're looking for and Googling for, you'll be able to find it.
I have a question.
Yes.
What's the latest with the East Coast Freedom Fest?
Well, it sucks that 3 properties turned us down. Right. We've been trying to get a hold of Scott Miller.
Scott Miller, yeah.
He's
right around the corner, actually.
Paradise Lakes.
Oh, that's Scott Miller.
Yes.
Paradise Lakes, where's that?
Down in Hamilton, where they have Camp Jam.
Right, all right.
And see, we were told that, yes, we could rent that property. And the New York life agents have a proposal, and they have money, a lot set aside for this. And they're trying to get a hold of him, but for some reason the phone number up on his site is not an active number. So
all right, now can we get back to what Rich was talking about?
So
Richie hung up because he was very upset because we kind of brushed him off, and he was about to cry about what he was going through, and we totally went on a different thing there. So we need to get back on that track because he's freaking out, and I don't blame him, because I went through the same shit in Fair Oaks. They locked me up for 6 months in Fair Oaks, and there was nothing wrong with me for cannabis. My stepdad was a douche. He didn't like me, so he put me in Fair Oaks for smoking weed. They locked me up for 6 months. because they couldn't find anything what's wrong with me, so they put me in the psych ward for the 5 months.
I was put in Hampton House, and they said I was addicted to Vicodin when my doctor was cutting me back after he was giving
There
it
was
to me.
no
And I was on
diagnosis.
40 a month, and they stuck me in Hampton
So there was
House,
no
tried to kill me.
diagnosis on me.
Tried
They
to
were
kill
just
me.
they just wanted to lock
Gave
me
me
up because I
drugs.
had good insurance. And so they kept me in there for 6 months out of my life. I felt like a prisoner. They took away my rights. I was violated.
Oh.
I was yelled at. I wasn't treated like Rich was.
I was hemorrhaging, and they wouldn't get me medical attention. I was having a stroke, and I was turning bright red.
Why
and I
is it
swelled
so
up.
hard to maintain order? Lefty is trying to tell his story.
Oh, no, I'm there. I'm there with you.
Well, no, because you interrupted Rich too, and Rich is upset now because he was interrupted.
Tell him it's a
and-
post-traumatic stress from it. It really is.
Well, he has
we can put the
PTSD too. You have to
Yeah.
understand. You need to listen to people before you talk, and you can't talk over people because then you'll get mad why I shut mics off, and then you're like, "Why is my mic off?" Because people having side conversations and stuff. So I'm just. It's hard to do this with everybody talking. It's very hard.
Did they try to electrocute you?
No, but I think they did that where Rich was. I got verbal abuse in my place. I was in solitary for a while. They put me in a solitary room, and I wrote on the wall, "Fuck you," because I was an asshole.
Did they? I mean, they were horrible. Did they force drugs on you? Because I was begging them not to give me these pills that were causing side effects.
I didn't know better though. I just took them. I'm like, okay, I take this drug, and then they made me say more than I did. Like they said, "Oh, you took acid. You took this. You took that. You're not going to get out of here unless you say this." And I'm like, okay, I did that. Yeah, sure, I did that. I did that. And I didn't do that shit, but I did it to get the fuck out of there.
They were trying to tell me I was on heroin, that opium showed up in my system when I was taking milk thistle, which is California poppy, because I was trying to get the heavy metals out of my brain, and they sell it in the store, and it helps detox from heavy metals. I was taking milk thistle. It came up poppy. They swore I was doing heroin or something. They were trying to get me to admit to something I am totally against. And then they were feeding me drugs that were killing me outright, making me so sick. I was throwing up. I was hemorrhaging from everywhere. Truth. These places are not for helping people. They're for killing people.
Nancy Reagan endorsed this place. George Bush did a commercial for this place.
Disgusting.
I mean, that's pretty shocking to me.
It's disgusting.
And they were just abusing kids. Kids abusing kids.
I haven't gotten to watch the movie yet, but I did see when he first posted everything, and I did just pull it up, and I'm definitely gonna watch it on the way home. I mean, this is what makes me thank God for my parents, and then I had my family to fight for me because I don't know.
They didn't have anybody fight for me. You're lucky. You're lucky you have your family. Mine deserted me. They abandoned me. They didn't want to be part of the drama. They just let you take you away.
Yeah, my grandfather didn't let that happen. When
You're
my
lucky.
family was like,
You're one of the lucky
she's-"
ones.
You know, my grandfather was like, "Oh no, she's part of this family. Period. End of story."
Lucky. You're lucky.
I was. I'm every day.
Lucky to be here. That's for sure. Some of the people that were here are not here anymore, like Roger Barber, Cheryl Miller. They used to come here and fight, just like you all are fighting. So they appreciate it. And there's people home watching this that are appreciating what we do. Even though we go off the rails sometimes, even though we have, moments of...
I don't think I could watch that movie. Too much post-traumatic stress inside of me. I got complex
it triggered me, Cindy.
post-traumatic
It
stress.
triggered me. Watching Rich
It triggers me
triggered
just
me.
hearing
just
it.
talking about it, like listening.
We're
to what
all
you
in
guys
tears
went
because
through,
it's not
like,
fair.
Yeah, I called him right away.
I was
halfway through
lucky.
it. Halfway through the fucking thing, I couldn't watch it. I'm like, Rich, this is
Yeah,
crazy.
I can't do it. Yeah,
It's
I
shocking.
can't.
And these are kids.
Yeah.
Kids beating up on kids. Kids
Yeah.
running kids' lives.
I was so bullied. I was beaten up so bad. that
bullied. Yes.
I was bullied.
Institutional bullying.
Well, I had 3 girls with
I got that
baseball
at home.
bats.
I didn't need to. Well, I mean, not at home. But
I had
at
3
school, I did.
girls with baseball bats rob my house and beat my head in and put me in a coma. And one of them was supposedly she was my best friend.
No, and see, my cousins had people always watching out for me, so nobody ever messed with me because they could. I was very, very lucky.
No, I wasn't. I wasn't one of the lucky ones. But I survived. I'm a survivor. I shouldn't be here. I had 28 concussions so far. I've been in a coma a couple times. I had a 2% chance of survival and a hematoma around my brain. And I was stupid because I didn't run away from these girls, even though they had baseball bats. I tried to be tough and stand up to them. People should run.
There's sometimes that you have to.
Yeah. Put your pride behind.
Mm-hmm. That's what it is. Pride is the biggest.
A lot of us are dealing with a lot of abuse. Constant. I know I don't even talk to my mom since I tried to save my dad because she doesn't, it's just not in her reality to do. Something she said he was always against, but even though the signs were so clear and it, actually got him off his deathbed and he was eating and talking and gaining weight, it's like Mandela effect again. She wants to pretend it never happened.
Is Rich going to call back?
Tell Rich.
No, you can't.
Yeah.
I'm sorry about that, Rich.
Yeah, it made the show flip-flop into a domestic or whatever it's called, an abuse awareness of what's going on with children and the places that they're being put. They're not being helped. Not by any means are they being helped. They're being psychologically destroyed.
What's that? Speak into that mic. Get ready, put it on the corner there. Yeah.
Who makes the hemp floggers?
Hemp floggers?
Yeah. Floggers make
a Carol, Millman, and Trish.
You should do like a raffle or something at the joint, involve the hemp flogger, and like do like a raffle for the day to fundraise for it. You should do it. You should like get one of those.
Okay.
Like $5,
I'm down for whatever.
You guys really should. Like, I would really love to help fundraise for this because I think that we, as a community, we need the joint to reopen.
Yes.
Like, a really positive thing now that this is all like falling into place. Like, we should really like try our best to raise money for Ed and for the joint and for our community. Like, so whoever makes those hemp floggers, you should definitely raffle one off. People will buy raffle tickets for it.
Hold on, we got a question here.
Sure.
Hi, Kim. Kim, do you run backwards?
Yeah, she's a jackal.
You got your shirt on backwards. So I'm wearing the same shirt. Look. Let's see. I run this way. When I run this way. Yeah. That goes on the back. You run backwards. No. Come on, camera. Show me. Come on. No, straight ahead. Come by Jason right here so we can see what you. Let me see.
Yeah, go on. Strip it
come
off.
up. Come straight ahead. Walk straight ahead. Come here. Right there. Okay. There you go. Don't shoot him running away. I love the shirt, but the execution.
I want them to see me coming,
okay.
And that way they can see the cost while I'm running.
Yeah. Really?
I just went as I came up. They said, "Oh, you're one of those."
Oh, you're one of them.
Yes, and they said, "I think your shirt's on backwards." And I said, "Well, I'll wait till Lefty tells me if it's on backwards or not."
It's on backwards. Can you
That's
fix it
too
like on
funny.
camera? Can you do it right now on camera?
Yeah, sure.
All right. It's legal to do that actually in Jersey, just so you know.
Yeah, we were talking about
You fooled us. I thought you you thought you were going to see it, Tracy. See?
I would have done the same thing. I wanted to see. I was watching to see. Wait a minute, is she going to do it the way I would and just flip I would have just pulled my arms in and flipped the shirt around.
Funny thing is, I have the veterans wearing them the same way. Never noticed that.
No.
Does it fit you like that? Because I think we had to cut the necks out.
Well, I was wondering why it was choking me.
Okay, that's what we got to cut the neck out. I don't know how you got that shirt without it being cut. It should be cut.
It was a busy day for you. Must have been a busy day.
We thought we cut them all because that has to be cut, or else you can't wear it.
Well, at least it's
you can't wear. I know why you're wearing it like that now, because it's got the neck on it still. It is backwards. They made them backwards. They made the shirts backwards.
It confused me.
Yeah,
they really confused
the shirt maker. Not Jerry, not Stepper though. We got Stepper to fix our shirts for us.
So glad to see you out here.
Yes.
That's awesome, guys. Y'all are out here.
What's your experience with cannabis, real quick?
I have a mad Lefty. You know how I feel about the opioid use. I know somebody right now that's in a methadone clinic. She's pregnant. She's been on heroin for the whole period of the pregnancy. I'm wondering why they're not giving her cannabis.
Yeah, wait. She's in the place for opiates, and they're giving her opiates for her opiates.
Yes.
Oh, okay. That makes a lot of fucking sense.
That's exactly what they're doing. They are treating naturally the baby, so the baby's not born with withdrawal, with methadone. I'm mad because why aren't they treating them with cannabis? Why methadone? Why Vivitrol? But especially being pregnant. You guys know the history of it a lot better than I do. But I do believe they gave cannabis to the Indians when they were in labor. So why would you, like Lefty said, treat opiate with an opiate?
Duh.
So yeah, on a serious note,
the doctors give it to you. That's why, because the doctors can make money off those opiates. Suboxone is given by the doctor, drug addict, the drug dealer.
Big pharma. Big pharma.
Big pharma.
I was told that when the government made taxation cigarettes legal, that they controlled the seed. If you get a bag of tobacco, you don't find a seed in it. And kind of makes sense, right? Because they're controlling the seeds, they can tax it. But there's so many seeds out there that we can grow our own medicine, and they can't make money off of it, is what I've learned from it. But I'm here today. I'm glad you guys are here. Lefty, especially you.
Thank you. Thanks for
coming.
coming.
For real, the opioid use that you guys bring to light with the cannabis, it really needs to be, move forward, if you will. You can't treat opioid with an opioid, especially when someone's pregnant. I don't understand how you would continue to give them methadone. That's an opiate. Like, why not cannabis? Why not?
Suboxone's harder to kick than, like, say, roxycodone. Roxycodone's in and out of your system real quick. I was able to quit roxycodone, but not Suboxone. Suboxone was in my system for like weeks, and like, what?
Well, so Suboxone, therefore, is the big lie. It's the quick fix, if you will.
I must have had a good doctor during my pregnancy, because when I was like, look, I don't even want to be smoking weed. She's like, no, you have to. She's like, that's the one thing I don't want you to stop. She's like, we're going to get everything else out of the way, but you gotta understand that, one, it's totally the best thing for you in your situation. It'll help us control everything else we need to control, and it gives him the best chances at making it. And he'll be 9 on January 15th.
Awesome. That's great.
I mean,
that's great.
I love this woman to death.
Yes.
And I have mad respect for her and everybody in her office, because they all knew, and they were like, oh, no, marijuana, that's it. Like, they didn't try.
Right. Now, see, that's it. They say that, marijuana is the gateway. We all hear it all the time. It's untrue, right? Alcohol is the gateway. I have done more stupid shit on alcohol than ever.
Me too.
Yeah. But, they're making a lot of money off alcohol, and alcohol right now is very scared that this kind of cannabis movement is going to move forward, because people aren't going to be drinking as much. That's money out of their pocket as well.
Especially a lot of veterans.
So I can understand that, okay, this woman is pregnant and she's in a methadone clinic and she's on methadone, and they got to do what they got to do for the baby. I understand that. Now, when the baby's born, what problems is the baby going to have? They're not going to let them treat it with cannabis then either. So it's just cannabis across the board. It doesn't make sense. So it's Schedule 1. It just doesn't make sense at all. And thanks for letting me speak. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you for your help with the veterans.
We need it.
What do you do with the veterans?
Yeah, there you go. Grab that mic back. We're not done with you. We're not done. Here, I can't hear you. Grab that mic. We're not done with you yet.
Me?
Yeah, you.
Okay.
Yeah. So what do you do with the veterans again?
I'm in within AMVETS. I'm in with Not One More, which is heroin awareness. The AMVETS, we go down to the wall in Washington a lot. We make sure they try to get their cannabis. We make sure they try to get their clothing, their housing. There's more homeless vets than there is refugees.
Sure indeed.
Yeah.
Or just close to it. I'm sorry.
Did-
Nothing against
Did you
the
hear
refugee.
about that group of veterans that are living down in the woods down by Wildwood?
I haven't heard about that, but I know there is in Philly. I know there is in Washington, right there in British Columbia. There's a whole bunch of them, but I didn't know that one.
I
There's
just found
cells,
out
super
about
cells.
these guys. A couple months ago, I found out about these ones. They're down by the shores of Wildwood. The American Legion, they had a thing down there, and somebody was talking to somebody who found out about these veterans, and like they're in desperate need of canned foods, like anything with a pop top. Nothing that they don't have electric. You know, they need feminine products. They need.
That's the thing. The biggest thing with the veteran is their pride.
Yeah,
they will not ask
Yep.
for anything.
I
A lot of
know
them will
they
not
won't.
ask for anything. You know,
That's
so
for sure.
you know, and a lot of them won't. Even if you offer, they won't. It's just a pride thing.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, like,
So-
do you have any links or like information you could put out over the airwaves in case anybody want to hear some more or try to find some information for themselves?
Just I got involved with Wounded Warriors.
Mm-hmm.
They're very good, because a lot of
And vets, you
organizations
can-
out there. I just chose Wounded Warriors.
And then AMVETS you can get online, right?
And
You
the
can
AMVETS
connect
you can
to
get
them.
online, or you can call VFW,
Yep.
you can call
Or
American
any of the
Legion.
American Legions.
They're always looking for
Yep.
willing bodies and help
Mhm.
and stuff like that.
That's what I was saying earlier. I was like, if you need to go get a pick me up, go in and see what's around you. That
Yeah,
you can
yeah,
go,
you
go
can.
and
I can't really
volunteer.
give it an actual, but I
Right.
deal with Wounded Warriors.
Gotcha.
Because before Wounded Warriors, you know, you have a lot of your nonprofits,
Mhm.
and they see very minimal money, 30 cents on
Yeah.
every $5 or whatever it is. I'm not sure, but the Wounded Warriors,
ridiculous.
they're really good. They make sure that the vets get what they need. You know, so shout out to the Wounded Warriors.
Those are the ones I like to be involved in. My first question is, how much of the money that I'm donating to you goes to the vets?
They'll never tell you.
And if they won't tell me, guess what? They don't get a dime from me, because I'll go right to the American Legion. I'll give it to them. I'll go right to the
Right where
the
you know where
VA,
it's going
give it-
right there. Exactly. So if you do
Yep.
donate, as with anything, make sure check that out. It's always a
Yeah,
good question. They're never
yep.
going to tell you.
Nah, and if they
especially
don't,
if you
I-
ask them where they draw a paycheck, then they really don't tell you.
wanna tell you.
You know, but yeah, you can go to, like I said, you're any VFW, you're any American Legion. They're always looking for, able bodies and help.
Mhm.
And I said the biggest thing with the vets is they're very proud.
Oh yeah.
And they don't ask for help. A lot of them won't accept it, but you can at least try. So that's
Yeah.
that's what they do.
And sometimes just to have a conversation with them, that they just to sit there and listen to them. I love to do that. Just it makes them feel so much better and just brightens their day.
The question used to be that, I can't drink a beer, or they used to say, I can't drink at 18, but I can serve my country.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're saying, I serve my country. Why can't I have my cannabis for my PTSD? You sent me there. I'm back. No, I'm not the same person I am. I learned how to drink beer while I was there,
Mhm.
but I can't have my cannabis for my PTSD, which thank God it's now a condition. It went
Mhm.
forward.
Yep.
So there's baby steps.
Yeah, but they're still listed as illegal drug abusers if they're veterans.
Yes, they are. So,
Sucks.
but
Horrible.
We got to do better.
Yep.
We will do better.
we will do better.
I mean, you could just find a homeless guy on the street that's a vet and give him some money. Direct action right there.
A lot of times they prefer food.
Or food. I was going to say food, or
as opposed to money, because they feel like money is like begging. So they're more likely to take food from you, or to take like a care package with a blanket and a pillow or something like that, as opposed to money. A lot of them don't want that.
Yeah.
Because it is a pride.
There he is.
So I mean, maybe setting up something Sativa cross with the.
Yeah, we'll do something with your money. Hey, look who's here. It's Nugs.
Oh.
Nugs is here. Hey, Nugs. Who's Nugs walking? New Jersey Weed Man in the house. All right.
House.
Hey,
Hey,
Nugs.
Nugs.
bags.
Watch him by over here, though.
Beautiful.
Bunch of wires over here.
Okay, y'all
So
take care.
beautiful.
Peace.
Peace.
Sativa Cross.
Thank you,
Thank
Kim.
you for your
Thanks
help.
again for the good information.
That's good stuff.
Thank you.
Nice. So let's yeah, there you go. There you go, Jason. So New Jersey Weed Man's here to talk about Sunday, August 5th. Huge party at the joint. Huge DJ,
Looking
food, art.
forward to it.
It's gonna be cool.
Oh, I'm definitely coming. Like I marked my whole weekend out. Like I think two things that weekend though. Isn't there something on the 4th and then Weed Man's is on the 5th?
Yeah, Weed Man's is Sunday.
So, and then
Down here.
And Saturday.
Saturday's up north.
We're in Morristown, right?
Yep.
Saturdays are green on the green. And then Sunday we're here.
Sunday we're here, and
At Weed
it's gonna be great.
I
I'm
know.
excited. The
I
joint's gonna
just-
be open again.
I was like, Mom, you want to borrow your grandson for the weekend? Said, luckily, she said, of course. So they'll run away to the beach or something. Go hang out.
Uh-oh, we broke it.
Oh, no.
I think I set Jason up for failure here because I tried fixing it, and I didn't do a very good job fixing it. I wasn't the first person to touch it, though. In my defense.
Me neither. Textings hate me. My phone called like 40-some people between 3:30 and like 10 after 4 in the morning the other day. My Facebook Messenger called. Like I was like, "Are you kidding me?" No, I'm sorry. If somebody calls me at that time through Facebook, my first response would be, "Is everything okay?" It wouldn't be, "What the F are you doing calling me at this time?" Well, first of all, I didn't call you. My phone just rang and it was them calling. So it was that weird, I don't know.
I know somebody that
Anyway.
killed themselves after something like that happened.
Yeah. I mean,
they
that's
killed
crazy.
somebody on the
Especially
edge.
with all the stuff recently
Yeah.
that I've been posting about bipolar disorder and the fact that I know people who have just recently passed away because of mental illness. If you get a call from me after seeing my feed and seeing all of this stuff on my feed, why would anybody have that response?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I didn't do it. It was a mistake. I'm totally okay. But at the end of the day, like, that would, I don't care what was on the person's feed at that point in time. If somebody called me just out of the blue that I hadn't spoken to in a while, the first thing out of my mouth would not be, "Why the F are you calling me?" It would be, "Is everything okay?" Because if they're reaching out to me, they're probably reaching out to me for a reason. Either they need help, somebody we knew something happened to. Like, I mean, I had 4 people in a week just drop on me. So it was really, I would never have that response. It sucked. I felt bad for the people that it interrupted, but at the same time, I mean, nowadays I can't imagine having that response.
You might save someone's life.
Well,
just
it's like
by
they
answering
have
the
that
phone.
suicide hotline.
Yeah.
You get put
Yeah.
on hold.
Yeah.
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
You literally get put on hold. That's crazy.
Yeah. I called Cannabis Anonymous or Marijuana Anonymous, and we never got through. It's a group that helps people with cannabis addictions. They put out these flyers, these pamphlets that are such crazy stuff. I should have brought one. I'll bring it next week.
Like wean people off of cannabis or something?
Yeah,
What
I
actually
guess.
do they do?
Yeah, you know what? I probably have their number on my phone still. Let me find it. Let's call them back. Hang on. Give me a minute, guys.
Yeah,
let's
see
call
it.
Cannabis
Let's see what
Anonymous.
that's about. Is that new? Is this a new
I
thing?
didn't even know that existed.
Yeah, let's find out.
I didn't either. I've heard a lot of anonymouses, but
Yeah, 420 in Philly on Sundays.
Wow.
It's anonymous. Yeah. Yeah,
Tuesday night.
They meet at 420 on Sundays at Center City, Philly.
It's probably this one. Let's see if this is it. We'll just try this one randomly.
Thank you for calling Marijuana Anonymous, a 12-step
My
program
goodness.
for people who wish to stay free of marijuana. After the beep, please speak clearly and leave a message detailing how we can help. If you need additional information, please go to our website at www.marijuana, marijuana-anonymous.org or send an email to info@marijuana-anonymous.org.
Yes. I guess I'm looking for some more information on the exact services in which the company provides, because I don't know. I guess I need help with my marijuana addiction. So any kind of services or any help you guys can provide. I really want to talk to someone. I would really prefer to talk to someone about this situation, because I never knew that there was someone who helps with marijuana addiction. But
marijuana leads to pacifism and communist brainwashing.
Lefty, throw me a bone here.
What you want to know about marijuana? It's for bad people. Marijuana's for bad people, son. You know that. You know, I put you all in jail. All you hippies, you dirty hippies. I hope they all put you in jail. My name's Jeff, by the way. I love what you're doing to these hippies. Thank you very much. I want to appreciate it. I want you to put them all in jail. How do you stop Mexicans from stealing stuff out of your house?
Come save our souls.
You put everything on the top shelf. You get it? You get it? Because they're short. You get it? Yeah, back in the 30s, we used racism to fight the drug war. We can't use racism anymore because everybody's all up in arms now. So we can't use racism no more. So we got to use sexism and communist brainwashing and pacifism. That's what you commies are all doing. You're all smoking marijuana and you're all commies. Only commies smoke marijuana. This is your old pal Jeff Sessions. And I want to thank you all for what you're doing to these damn hippies. Put them all in jail. Get them all. Put them in jail. Harry Anslinger once said, marijuana makes darkies think they're as good as white men. Can you believe that?
How do you top that one, huh?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm really off guard. Like, how do you top that?
We got like 2 minutes
It's
left.
The devil.
It's a devil's lettuce. It's
It
a
is.
jazz cabbage.
It's because you're
Madness.
evil. It's evil.
We need less jazz cabbage and more regular cabbage.
No
You have
growing no
exceeded
seeds.
maximum voicemail duration. Your message will be deleted unless you press 3 to save it.
Hit
To
3.
listen to your
Press
message,
3.
press 1. To erase and re-record, press 2. To send, press 3. To send this message sent.
They won't ever call back. I do want to know though, where do people figure that marijuana addiction has?
I need help. I'm on the marijuanas. I'm injecting the marijuanas in my eye. I need some help. Stop me. Stop me.
Did you see that thing of people baselining marijuana? Like, how the hell would you even do that? Like, what? Really, man? Like, how messed up are people?
I wonder if they accept insurance because they won't do it for opiates.
Right? That's
some marijuana eye injections from insurance. Oh boy,
Got to stop sniffing that marijuana, Lefty.
Yeah.
I do the marijuana crickets. I heard about them crickets. They inject the marijuanas into the crickets, and then they put the crickets. Well, they're self-guiding crickets, and you put them near the butt, and they go right in. They're self-guided. They know right where to go. Whoop. Get your CBD up there. I don't agree with that. That's the kind of stuff you hippies do. Oh, wait, we're done with the message. I don't have to keep doing that. Okay, never mind. We're done with the phone call.
We're moving on.
We're moving on. We're moving on.
We were talking about the weekend of the this weekend we have Asbury Park.
Yes.
Which South Philly Normal, we have a table and we will have the Sativa Cross shirts there as well for anybody that wants them. So we will be in Asbury. Hopefully, you'll be able to make it up there, Lefty. But
I'm gonna try to make it in the morning at least.
Yeah.
That's the good stuff happening in the morning, I hear.
well, the after party's afterwards. So
I won't make that.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna make that. But I want to support Brandon
Mm-hmm.
and Shorganics.
Yeah, and it was really awesome of Brandon to reach out to me and offer South Philly Norm a spot there and the ability for us to represent for that area, even though it's in Asbury. And I think that was really cool that
All
he
right.
gave us that opportunity.
Hold on a second. Hey, Ed Fortune, can we speak to you? Because we're going to go off the air in a little bit. I want to talk to you about your event on Sunday, August 5th, and what's going on with you. How you doing, bro? I'm all good. Hey, man. Hey, buddy. How you doing? Uh-oh. Here we go. Start with the wire.
Wait a minute. I'll make him sit. I'll make him sit. There you go.
Sorry.
Yo, sit down. Sit down.
Good boy. Good
Sit,
boy.
sit.
He's so
Good
pretty.
boy. There you go. Lay down.
He's gorgeous, by the way.
Ed Fortune, you've been going through a lot lately. And I heard some more news that you heard too about there was a stabbing the night of the Arnold night. There was at 7 o'clock. There was a stabbing, and there was no connection though between the two.
Nah,
No.
had nothing to do with it.
Okay, that's a rough night for you, man.
I wasn't even there yet. 7 o'clock.
Buddy.
But it's still crazy. They've never released the names of all the people, all the victims.
No.
I'm telling you, they all got shot by the cops.
You can say it on the video.
Yeah.
You can see it.
Oh, I said it. I've said it plenty of times.
Yeah.
I've been attacked for saying it, but
Hey, it's clear. Your video is clear as day.
and then there was only the one guy that the first guy that was shooting. It was a big gun. It was like boom, 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 and then when the cops started shooting, it was like pat, 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 pat.
Yeah, totally different sound.
Yeah. And all them people were going down. They were going down when the cops were shooting, and that's what I saw with my own eyes. 2 people next to me and a lady across on the other side of the car.
Damn.
Yeah. But anyway, let's talk about something positive.
Well,
We're talking about your thing on the 5th, so we
Yeah, on
can
the
come up here and help support getting the joint.
Yeah, I just want to get reopened. The Indiegogos and GoFundMe's never worked for me, but I figured if I have an event, having a party type thing, and have music and food and this and that, people will show up, and I can use those proceeds to turn around and reopen.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's where I'm at.
I know a lot of people are interested. So I
Yeah.
know all over the state because I keep getting people asking me, "Can you repost that thing?"
Yes.
It's like, aren't you up there?
Share it.
Yeah.
It's
So
$42.
I've been doing it. I've been sharing it. Like, here you go.
We'll
Here
see.
you go.
42. I donated my 42 already.
We'll see. Thank you. I appreciate it. Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that.
I put mine up.
I had to do mine too. I have some stuff from those bracelets too for you too that I have to give you.
Who's the DJ?
Okay.
What's his name?
I
I met him.
Not even 100% sure of his name.
Okay, because I met him. I forget his name too.
Yeah. To be honest with
The guy
you,
I was talking to. Yeah,
I was looking for his phone number yesterday, and I asked somebody. I know what he looks like. I know who he is,
I
and
know.
he said he was gonna. I can't find him on my in my phone. I mean, there's a couple DJs that already asked me, but I told that dude already. So
yeah.
But I can't find now. He's not calling me. All he has to do is call me like, "Hey, so what's up?" And I'll be like, "Dude, I've been trying to find you for a week."
Mm-hmm.
How are you, Morgan?
I'm glad she made
That's
it.
good. That's good.
Yeah, Morgan came down today to hang out with us. This is her
I was,
first.
I was listening as I was driving out.
Grab that mic. Yeah, grab that mic. You can take it with you if you want.
I can't like listen to that. I just finished serving on grand jury in Somerset County.
Yeah,
I
check
know.
this out.
I know. I heard. That's what I.
Oh my god.
But wait, I think. Didn't you
It was
text
a
me that
blast.
or
I did it
email me
high.
that or something? Yeah.
I did it high as fuck.
Mhm.
I did. Sorry.
Thank you.
And you
Whatever.
you served for like 6 months.
I served on Somerset County's grand jury as a 4-person for 3 months.
Wow.
I was like, I'll do it again.
Hmm.
You need to help people.
They won't let me. They
You
keep
can't
sending me
volunteer.
the jury duty slips, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'm gonna be there.
I'm so
and then I
glad
get
you're
there, and they
out.
look at me, and they're like, nope, go.
Hmm.
Like, why?
I was so
You have
innocent
medical
about it.
conditions. You gotta leave. I want to serve on a jury. I want to see the other side
Mm-hmm.
because I'm used to the political side.
Like,
Well, the crazy part about the jury,
Yeah.
about juries and grand juries, is the jurors are blinded by the system. They're not told everything.
Mm-hmm.
But see, nowadays everybody's got cell phones, and
Right.
and I totally counted on that with my case. I just knew that these jurors were going to Google it, and they're going to see all these other things, and I knew that was going to happen. And I know the judge tells you, don't do this, don't do that, but it's the 21st century,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm glad that my jurors didn't listen, violated their pledge, and I hope every single juror ever does the same thing. The system is crooked.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the prosecutor's office right there down the street should be called the corruption office because they're crooked.
They're just indicting people.
People should
It's
do
just
their
come-
own due
with grand
diligence.
jury. I really hope that the grand jurors actually listen.
But the grand jurors should be like jurors sometimes and just bring back no bills. Like, nope.
There was
Listen.
no bills.
I know. It's just rubber stamping. The prosecutor presents a goofy case. Like, I read my grand jury transcripts, and like 1 or 2 jurors did ask questions during the grand jury, and they just lied to them, like straight up lied. Like, you know, when well, I'm not gonna go get all into it, but several times they asked questions, and each time they asked a question, they were lied to. Like, I wanted to challenge the grand jury transcript just based on the fact that they got lied to by the prosecutor, but that would have been a whole nother argument, a whole nother hearing. It would just delayed everything. So I was trying my best just to get the trial as fast as possible because I knew there was no way I was going to get convicted. My fear always was that I would get a hung jury, which on the normal circumstances, I've always, for years, always said that was a victory. If a person was on trial and got a hung jury, then that's a victory for the person on trial. But when they're holding you in a cage with no bail, a hung jury is like getting another 6-month sentence.
It means they actually cared to talk about your case to be hung. So like, because we need to encourage people to actually want to do jury because then the outcome is better for the people who are actually facing these indictments. So they actually care. I got yelled at by one of my jurors, like an older man, because I was defending a woman in one of the cases, and like everyone's like, "You did such a good job, Morgan," like trying to defend that person. You know, like that's why I did. That's probably the reason why they picked me. They're looking for a certain type of thing, and people. I'm glad that you're out, Ed. Like, I'm glad that they just finally did it for you. And I talked about your case while serving on grand jury to talk about bail reform, and you know, like we were fighting for you, so it's good to see you.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Seriously.
Well, there's a few things getting ready to go down with bail reform that, I mean, I'm not in charge of it, but people are keeping me in the loop with things. I think they're gonna use me as a poster child. A couple of different places are gonna use me as a poster child. And I'm not the only one. I just happen to have a big mouth, so people know. But I was locked up with plenty of people that had goofier issues than me, and they were held.
You're not the only, just the loudest.
Yeah, no. Bail reform was supposedly let most people out and hold the dangerous, violent people. And
it doesn't work that way.
Most of the people that are held are not even the dangerous, violent people. You know, and the police know this now, so. If they do something little and stupid, all they do, the police officers now, is just file second-degree charges on them. That's all. And you know, they just up the ante. They just overcharge people, and they use the Bail Reform Act to force plea bargains. And that's all they're doing. That's what I'm saying. That's what I saw. That's who I was bunkies with people who were held on goofy charges.
I saw an organization down south that was helping women get out of jail on Mother's Day for like simple like $50 bails, and like they or raise money, and then like on Mother's Day they just bail out all these women to see their children, like women of color, and like
I saw that in the Chicago area.
I think
a group that does that too.
I think bail reform is good in some ways, so like people can get out easily if they don't have simple charges, but like there are bad offenders that are going to keep reoffending, that are staying out of jail just because they're not violent offenders. All the major sex offenders and, you know, other bad people are getting out and because of bail reform. It's tit for tat.
Isn't that life?
Yeah, have you looked at that Reason article? Have you talked to that guy?
I did, and I actually passed it on to this other guy who's doing an article, and he had pitched an article to Reason, and the Reason article, Reason didn't take his, and now he's in an argument with them saying that that article, like glossed over New Jersey's bail reform, but
Yes,
it didn't
it
go.
did.
What article?
It did. There's an article in Reason magazine last month or this month that really talked about bail reform, and it talked about it in more of a positive way, even though it does say that there's problems, but it was like it was good. And like it's the idea is good, but implementing it is not good. And you give a tool to certain types, you give a tool like that to the prosecutor's office, they're going to abuse it. And that's what happened with me. And this is just the beginning of it in New Jersey. It's only like a year and a half old. Give it a couple years. First of all, the police have already learned to overcharge people, charge them with second-degree crimes. The prosecutor, that's the signal to the prosecutor. They tell the prosecutor that they ask for detention. And then when the prosecutor gets it, they ask for detention, and judges always rubber stamp, you know, what happens. So what happens now is you get these people who maybe they're a pain in the butt to the local police. They give the cops the finger. They talk crap to them.
Like
right?
you.
But they can't catch them in crimes. So now they charge them with bullshit, and that's how they hold them. They're using bail reform as punishment. They hold you in jail, and they can hold you up to 2 years without a trial. And as it is now, they're holding people 8, 9 months. And, you know, I mean, I was pushing for a trial the whole time. Never asked for a deal. Never asked for any type of time served like issues. Like I always said, I wanted a trial because I've been a jury rights nullification advocate for as long as I've been a weed advocate. So I wanted a trial. So, but there were plenty of people who got released after 8 or 9 months. Can you imagine getting charged with something stupid and just held for months, and then one day just get let out? And that's what happened to. There were plenty of people that happened to me right there in Mercer County, and I only can say what happened in Mercer County, but there's 21 counties in the state, so I'm sure it happens all over the state. And certain counties are probably worse than other counties. I suspect Mercer County is probably a little worse than other counties, but whatever. I don't know. The politicians somehow. You know, and I've read a couple things. Chris Christie pushed this when I was writing for the Trentonian. Before all this, I wrote about it, and I said that under these conditions, that one day I would become a victim of it. And little did I know, I was like Weedstradamus then when I said that, because I predicted it that it would happen to me. But I think the worst part about it is not so much that Chris Christie pushed it, because he was the tyrant type anyway, the former prosecutor. You didn't expect him to ask for stuff like that. So I don't even blame him. Who I blame, though, is guys like Alex Shalom from the ACLU who went along with it. Joseph Kokora, who's the head of the public defender's office, who went along with it. They got duped. These are super lefty, nice guys, and they got duped by a tyrant because they were trying to do good. And goodies sometimes, man, they get taken by their goodiness, and that's what happened, if you ask me. Alex Shalom's a nice guy. I actually had a meeting with him a couple weeks ago. He's a nice guy and everything. I'm sure his idea of the bail reform was all good, and he was going to make sure it worked, and this, that, and the other. But when you're playing games with the devil, I mean, the devil's not going to play fair, and that's what Chris Christie and the prosecutor types are. They're not going to play fair. Once they got that tool, they can use this tool to hold you in jail. They got it. Yeah. So they're happy. They're happy with it. You probably won't find a prosecutor anywhere in the state that's disappointed in that. Now, there are public defenders around the state who are pissed, but their boss, Joseph Kokora, it was so down on. He wrote an editorial a couple weeks ago, and I wrote one back, but they didn't print mine. But I don't know.
Somehow I'm not surprised.
This is for 231 years, 230 years last year, 230 years in America, we've had bail. Now, there's a couple other states that have done other types of forms of bail reform, but none of them are like New Jersey's. And this is like, you might as well just go back to the King's England. You know, that's what the Eighth Amendment was all about. No excessive bail and no cruel and unusual punishment. And that's what they're doing now with the Bail Reform Act. The Bail Reform Act is cruel and unusual punishment, and it's if no excessive bail is unconstitutional, then no bail at all is definitely unconstitutional. But whatever.
Your case is going to set
447 days later. No, if I had got convicted and then appealed all these issues and all these issues went up through the appellate court and then somehow I won, then it would set a precedence. As it is now, I won. All right, bye. See you later. It's
no precedent. They forget about you.
No,
like,
yeah.
oh, he's gone.
Next guy.
Move on to the
And even the civil arguments. You know, I have a civil suit, and all these arguments are going to present it in a civil suit, but it's been signaled to my lawyers and everybody to like, let's just get this settled. Sometimes I think about that, like, man, I think I want some type of precedent. I want to argue this through courts and have rulings and this, that, and the other, so to help other people later on down the road, you know. But at the same time, I think they're capitulating on everything with me. They're just like trying to get me out of the news, out of the press. Just
Did
get
you
rid
know
of it.
that Dog the Bounty Hunter came to talk to for you?
Oh yeah,
like that's crazy.
No, he tried to come to the jail and everything. They wouldn't let him. Yeah, they wouldn't let him in the jail.
What?
It's
the
funny too.
101.5 also. Like, yeah,
they talk my dad all the time. He's like, "Have you met the weed man?" And I was like, "Yes, I have." He's like, you know, that's the most. It's got to be my father. I've never seen him speechless, and he couldn't.
Because it could happen to anybody. Just people don't realize that yet.
Exactly.
It could happen to anybody.
Yeah.
At this point, if somebody wanted to charge you with a crime, and then they say a police officer charge you with some type of crime, and then says to the prosecutor, "Listen, she is such a pain in the butt. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
She's a danger to the community. She's going to engage in obstruction of justice. Push for detention." And then the prosecutor pushes for detention, and the judge rubber stamps it, and then you could be stuck in the same situation. And that's what's going to slowly start happening more and more and more.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I mean, Camden County got sued. I'm sure you heard about that lawsuit for
Yeah, but it
them
got
for their
dropped.
drug. No, the guys that were involved in it that were getting kept, that they were failing them for drugs to keep them in prison, so that way they could keep getting paid by the state. Those guys actually did win.
Oh, I thought you were talking about a different. I thought you were talking about a different one.
Yeah, there's a couple things going on. Yeah, the bail thing ended up getting dropped, and that was complete BS. That shouldn't have been dropped, but it was. These guys, on the other hand, they ended up making a little bit of headway. But like you said, in one way or another, they're gonna, you know, if they want you, they're gonna take you. They're gonna get you. It doesn't matter what you do.
The Bail Reform Act is a tool for prosecutors now to just. I mean, it backs up the freedoms and liberties of this country 230 years. And if you're not aware of those things, I mean, a lot of times people don't even understand some of the constitutional issues involved. But if you're not aware of those things, you don't realize how egregious it was for this Bail Reform Act to even be enacted, and how they convinced so many people to vote for it. Because to be honest with you, it was voted for. Only like 18% of people voted for it, though. I looked up the stats. 18% of the people actually voted for it. Most people didn't even vote for it, and it wasn't even. And the way it was presented on the ballot, you know, calling it the Bail Reform Act and saying that we needed a constitutional amendment to reform the bail issues or something, bail rules or something like that. It said. I voted no because I had read about it, but most people looked at that and said, "Well, that sounds like a good thing. You know, you're gonna reform bail."
Most people, the first time they're reading it is when they're in that booth, because they don't pay attention to this stuff that gets mailed out beforehand. They don't pay attention. They're oblivious. They're in their own little world because it doesn't affect them every day.
I always Google those questions.
I do too.
You know, I always want to know what these questions are.
For me, knowledge is power. I was raised that way.
There's so many people just, oh, this sounds good, and they check it.
Yeah.
And they don't know the fine print, and that's the key to a lot of things.
They don't want to
just
know.
make it sound good, and then people will vote for it.
Yeah.
Now, I remember I was offended at Chris Christie's TV ads in support of it too. He used this kid from right here in Trenton. His name is Sammy Vincent, and they used Sammy Vincent as the poster child for bail reform because he was a kid that was a trouble kid in and out of jail, and he went to a funeral. It was a gang thing. The gang guy was being buried, and they went to the funeral and shot up the funeral. And that's the ad that Christie used. He said, I mean, you can probably Google it, the Sammy Vincent Christie ads. And these ads like you watch that ad, you'll be wanting to sign up for bail reform too, because he says like this guy was out on bail. He's been out on bail for numerous times, but because of our bail rules, this guy can get out. But he wasn't the normal type. He's like such the extreme type. You know, most people, they catch a charge or two, and now they're trying to be real cool. You know, this kid was going crazy.
Oh, guess who's here?
Excuse me.
It's our combat controller friend, Don Karpowicz.
My favorite vibrator.
On Tracy's vibrator.
It is. I love that bike. Best vibrator in the world.
Wait, Tracy's coming over, Don. Hold on. Tracy needs some loving.
I'll get the loving off air. Didn't we talk about that? No on air loving.
That's funny.
I need the big male hairy nipples first.
Oh. That's right. You need to paste men's nipples over yours so you can walk around naked.
Exactly.
That's so stupid. What a dumb law. Men's nipples are okay. Her nipples are ugly. Really?
Yep.
You ever see men's nipples? They're disgusting.
Excuse me, I got to say something about nipples here.
Oh, geez.
I heard that girls can go topless now.
They can in certain places.
Yes.
I looked it up because we discussed this like last week.
It's
So
important
I
stuff.
went and I did the research on it, and you have to like get.
Can we flash
it
here?
Ends up being in town, but I don't want. I'm not 100% positive whether or not we can or not.
Flashes live
it's
on.
one of those. It's like a jurisdiction by
Sativa
jurisdictional type of situation. So, but we can't hear not on camera, no, unless we have male nipples. pasted.
Genitalia.
If we have male nipples placed
Wait
on
a minute.
top of
Wait a minute.
ours,
She's
then that's fine.
excuse me, she's gay. Can she show her breasts?
Nope.
But that's
I'm
not right.
I'm not gay.
Oh, okay.
I'm not gay anymore.
Not no more.
Regardless.
I think you're stereotyping me right now.
Regardless.
All right, listen, guys, we gotta get back on track.
We needed a
We'll
Back
all
on
look
track.
we'll all look away when you backslap her.
I want to thank cmmnj.org, sativacross.com, magicalbutter.com, NewJerseyWeedman.com.
Hey, it was a good way to end the show.
New Jersey Weed Man. What's going on, August?
I was just trying to get you to show your tits.
Hey, Don.
You know I do it. You hear me?
All right, Ed, what's going on?
How you guys doing?
Hey, gentlemen. August 5th, Ed, what's going on? Real quick before we end the show. We're at NewJerseyWeedman.com, and I got to tell you, since you're here, what's going on?
I'm just trying to have an event, trying to reopen the joint. Yeah, August 5th, music, food.
Food by Burrini's.
Camaraderie. There's going to be live music, too.
Nice.
I got this reggae band I'm talking to. I'm negotiating with them with the price.
Nice.
The price is actually cool, but I think I want longer hours than they want to give. They want to do like an hour, 45 minutes. I'm like, dude, you got to do it a couple of times then. You know, do 45 minutes and chill. We'll have other people, and then you do another set, and then maybe another set, maybe 3 sets. That's what I was trying to get at. They're like, no, they just want to do 1 set. I'm like, dude, no.
They should be happy to hang out and get the joint opened up again.
Yeah.
Reopening, man. Reopening, man.
I'm sure there's other bands out there, so. But yeah, that's it. I'm sure we're gonna have a reefer raffle. In fact, I've been thinking about doing a bud hunt too. By the way,
oh, I missed those.
I haven't had a bud hunt in a long time.
Oh man, I missed the bud hunt.
Yeah, I'm really considering having. I don't think I'm gonna do the Wawas though. I'm gonna do like government buildings all over.
Government buildings, federal buildings.
That would be cool.
Like stash stuff and just tell everybody to be ready, and then bam, then just say, then drop the video
Here
where
you
all
go.
the locations are at.
Yep. Whoever makes it back first.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I have to do it fast too, so the cops don't get there first.
They never do.
You just have it on this, do the private,
No.
sent it secret.
No, gotta be out there. Gotta
Public,
be, gotta
yeah.
be public. That
That's
makes
true.
it.
That's true. That is the only way to make it fair.
UFCW, Local 152, davidversusautism.org, medical-freedom.com, New Jersey, Grannies for Grass, jacksonstorms.com, Arlo Glass, who's paying for our video, by the way. He paid for the Mets stuff. So
Oh, yeah.
we're good to go on the video. Can we do the video in Bayonne, on the beach in Bayonne?
I don't care. I just think we should do it.
Thank you. Thanks.
Doesn't bother me.
Bayonne, Wayne.
Doesn't matter to me as long as there's sand there.
Sand, and we can overlook Elizabeth. It looks horrible. It's great. That's New Jersey, baby. The beach in New Jersey overlooks Elizabeth. Yes, they do. They have the best Spanish food. OprahMachine.com. We got your footage from OprahMachine.com for the Trenton. Pure Puff Vapor Supply on 710. Big party, Pure Puff. And Sativa Cross West. Honeybee, are you there from Sativa Cross West?
I sure am. Hi, everyone.
Hi, Honeybee.
Hi, Honeybee. What's going on in Oregon?
How's everyone doing?
Good.
Oh, I'm camping at the beach right now.
How you doing?
TJ Finnerty.
Thank you for saving.
Hold on. Say that into the mic. Tim, say that into the mic.
It's TJ Finnerty here, the guy that lost over half his body mass, 175 pounds, fired 12 refills with 1 flower. Meeting the weed man for the first time, and it's surreal.
What did you just say to him?
Thank you for saving our lives.
Oh, yes. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for taking one for the team.
I did that, but
no, thank you for taking this incarceration for our team. Seriously. I mean, we outlawed a flower to sell pharmaceuticals and to whip the black man with cannabis instead of the cracker whips that we used to do.
Oh, wow. He went there already.
And let's just go there straight.
At least I didn't say it.
I'm a white man. I was treated like a white rat by Big Pharma since the age of 6. Been on Ritalin for my PTSD. And just like a lot of people in the hood who have to suffer with PTSD, they put us on the wrong shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they put you in jail for selling flowers so they could sell pharmaceuticals.
Actually, I didn't even sell any flowers.
You didn't?
No.
You got caught with flour.
Yeah. And
they beat the shit out of a black man with bud. Is that what they did?
Kind of something
They
like
kind
that.
of thought it was funny, probably, for a long time until all the white people started dying from the opioid crisis.
I think that did have a lot to do with changing attitudes now.
How do you feel looking like, have you been treated like a drug?
I went zero to hero. That's how I look at it.
How's it going from 0 to hero?
It's still, I mean, psychologically it's a lot better. You
Than
know?
just sitting
I mean,
in
people
jail,
used to give me
I'm
the
sure.
fingers before. Yeah, you know, now they want to pass me a bowl. You know.
Yeah, well, at least you're getting a little flour, right?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, it's
No,
odd how we
it's a
we
lot.
can't buy each other flowers. We have to buy each other pharmaceuticals.
Yeah, well, it's a lot better nowadays. I mean, to be honest with you, there's not even big investigations for weed anymore. No one's really like the whole idea. I mean, if you're sitting there smoking a joint in front of a cop, obviously you're gonna get arrested. He pull you over and you smell like a joint, they're gonna look you up. But I don't think that like what was going on in the 90s, where them having big investigations and trying to figure out where the weed was coming from and all these conspiracy cases for weed, you don't really see those anymore. Like you might catch a guy with a bunch of pounds of weed and all, but that whole big investigation, 45 people getting busted, you know, that doesn't, I don't read those cases anymore.
That's a good thing, but you know, this goes really deep because all you had to do if you want to be an asshole to a black person is say that guy smells like flour and they get arrested, and that just promotes racial kind of bullshit that we don't need anymore.
Yep.
And the people then we go out and buy perfume to smell like flowers. It's funny as hell. But it's high. I love the fact that you took one for the team and that you've been sort of this icon for us to find strength with. And it's high time that you get some reward, baby. Did Snoop Dogg give you a call yet or what?
Nope.
All right.
He's in town.
I wish. I don't have enough money. I don't have
You gotta do a rap.
But I don't have no Jewish lawyers to talk to him.
You gotta sit there.
Maybe I shouldn't have said that one.
Oh.
But to be honest with you, to reach Snoop, you gotta go through his people. You gotta go through his promotions. His you know his. I mean he's an icon and all that, but I mean he's surrounded.
He's not
now.
accessible.
Yeah, he's not accessible.
Ice-T is actually a lot more accessible than Snoop is. Like, I mean, Ice-T, we ran on, my kid actually cut him off on set of Law and Order SVU. And that man holds grudges, but he's cool as shit. Because he still remembers the handprints on the side of the Bentley and who put them there. The tiny little, he's like, gee, I wonder tiny little handprints.
Hmm.
Well, I mean, don't put all over TV. My kid likes cars. I'm sorry. But no, he's cool. He's a nice guy. So he's easier to get in touch with.
Yeah, I didn't know he was from New Jersey until recently.
Yeah. He was born and raised.
For some reason, I always thought he was from LA.
Yeah, no.
He's from Summit, New Jersey.
Yeah, he was born and raised.
Snoop Dogg is from Summit.
No. Ice-T.
Ice, the other guy.
Yeah, he's from Summit.
I'm from New Providence, New Jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that until recently. And recently, I don't even know what happened. I was like, what? For real? I didn't know that.
That's why they say he wants to keep roots here, because he wants his child to be around the environment that, obviously
But
his daughter's not living anywhere near like he was, but at the same time.
But he actually wasn't like poor.
Right, exactly.
He was from a middle class family.
And
his
back
parents,
then,
his
middle
parents
class.
died. That happened. His parents died, and then he went to LA and lived with an aunt, and that's how he got to LA.
And then he ended up out in LA. And then he ended up back here.
There you go, do another one.
Hanging out with these folks. Sweet man.
Everybody wants to be in pictures with me. You should start charging.
Well, yeah.
There you go. Donations.
Yeah,
$5. Yeah, $5.
420. Wait, hold it.
420.
Let me pour this.
There you go.
Ebony and Ivory over here.
420 per. Yep, there you go.
Hey, yeah. White key, black key, white key.
Mixed
key.
Mom's American Indian, dad's Irish. So,
Oh, boy.
I'm a 50-50.
Me
Mom's
too.
100%.
Mom was English, upper crust English, and dad was lower crust Irish.
So you were just walking by? I'm just curious.
No, I dropped by. I was playing tennis with Ken Wolski.
Oh, okay.
And he
Hey,
said, hey, the
Ken.
podcast down here, you made the hour drive to come down. Come hang
May
out.
as
And I was like, wow, I
well.
got to do it. And then,
Okay.
and then I saw you, and oh, my God.
I was actually out of Trenton. As I was riding to Trenton today, I was watching it. I said, I'm definitely. In fact, I even texted Burrini there. I said, I'm gonna stop in for a few minutes. Yep. So I just got here, just before you got here.
You made the perfect time.
And I haven't smoked nothing yet either. So where's the papers? At least we can end the show at least me rolling a joint or something.
Somebody needs to be chewing. This is a podcast.
You know I'm a paper. You know I'm a paper or a bowl person. All right. Wait a minute. Whose bowl is this? Whose weed is this? I'm just grabbing. Is this yours? No, I just want
perfectly legal.
You're preparing her cannabis for her.
You are.
You're being her caregiver right now.
He's a caring
I
guy.
suck at rolling.
Well, actually, no.
You're allowed to touch her cannabis.
I don't have my medical marijuana card.
Right. You can't consume it.
But wait a minute. Who remembers my saying that I'm always saying?
Gee, what is that saying?
I've been saying it for years.
Oh, I forget.
It starts with F.
Anybody know? What is it?
There you go. Fuck them all, smoking anyway.
Gives an F.
Hey, there's dash cam behind me, but I'm blocking it for you.
Block that dash cam. That's
I don't
funny.
think they're paying no mind.
Has anybody
You think they
noticed
have
the,
that on?
All right, so Weedman's rolling a joint.
Where's your camera,
Funny.
by the way? Do we have the Out of the Darkness T-shirt on here? Anywhere? Out of the Darkness, suicide prevention. We get marijuana legalized faster. That means less deaths. It means, I know it might hurt big pharma's profits, but
Even though I
let's
don't
save
like
lives.
laws.
We have to obey the laws, but
No, I said I don't like raws. That's what I said.
oh, yeah.
No, I wasn't saying about the law.
I can't. I shake so much that I can't roll. Like even like everybody's like, oh, I'll get one of those machines, and I can't. I haven't found one that
I like those machines.
I've been able to still I still shake way too much. So I guess that's one good use for the husband. He can roll a joint.
Well, sorry to ruin the party, but the first name on our list is Cheryl Miller. And she suffered and died without getting her cannabis card. Ed, by the way, are you going to finally get your cannabis card?
No.
Come on, still?
No.
No?
You need to stay off.
I think you should protect yourself.
Chart.
Yeah, that's what Murphy's trying to do with the recreationals. People don't want to identify themselves as a patient, go and share their story and their pain to somebody that's going to charge them hundreds of dollars to use a flower that should have been free to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I kind of choking on that myself. You know.
Excuse me.
When in America did we give up our rights to grow crops and take something out of the food chain? When did the founding fathers get trumped by the founding fathers of big pharma and outlaw flour to sell pharmaceuticals?
Money, money,
Started in
money,
1937 and got really perverted in 1961, and finally got totally screwed up with Nixon in 1970, the Controlled Substance Act.
All about the money.
Yeah.
And it's all about controlling the substances to maximize pain.
At the end of the day, it's all
Well,
about
that's what
the
it kind
money.
of turned into. I don't think it was like that at first, though.
No. I mean, just people bastardize some good
Everything's-
laws there.
Yeah,
That's
everything
what they
is
did.
incremental.
So thank you, Cheryl. Sabina Rose was a little baby. She had a 25-hour seizure. 15-month-old baby. They sent her to a psychiatrist. That was Governor Christie's rules. Sending a 1-year-old to a psychiatrist. What's a 1-year-old going to tell a psychiatrist? Anybody know?
Ba ba boo ba
Ba,
ba
ba,
ba
ba,
ma
ba,
ma ma ma
That's
ma ba ba ba.
pathetic. It's sad and it's disgusting what they did to that poor child. It's horrible. That poor family. Ruined that family's life. Thanks, Christie. Forever. They'll never.
Heartless.
What'd you say, Honeybee?
I said, fuck you, Chris Christie.
Oh, wow.
Can I second
Oh, you need me to say it louder?
You want me to say it with you? I'll say it with you, Honeybee.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Chris Christie.
Fuck you,
No
Chris
problem
Christie.
saying that.
It's murder.
You can show up at his house one day and just hold signs.
Yeah.
We still remember you, dude.
We'll go with big hats and try to say, no, we're not on the beach. We're not getting any sun because we have a hat on.
Diane Ripatella. She came here. She was fighting.
Such a douchebag.
Gracie,
Asshole.
Cindy Mae, Marie, Jack, Joan Ford, Randy Robertson, who had the Whipple procedure done on himself. You know what the Whipple procedure is? That's when they take out every organ in your body because you have cancer, and they just rip out all your organs.
And then they keep you open, right?
And it's very expensive, and if you have good insurance, they'll do this to you. Before they give you cannabis.
Of course. Money.
Yeah. Cannabis, maybe after that you get some cannabis.
Hospital, doctors,
Thank you, Ed Fortune.
nurses. Thank you. Have a great day. Doctors,
you.
doctors, hospitals, nurses, pharmaceuticals, food, all the people. Everybody and then some that they're gonna charge.
Were you talking about Weed World candies earlier? They set up shop at my school in Philadelphia, and everybody like flocked to them. Like they're targeting a certain like demographic there. But like people don't realize that they're hemp. Weed World candies. It's a scam if you Google it.
Polly Connolly. A lot of people knew Polly. Bill Buckman, Chad, Jeremy, Colette, Matt, Troy, Russ, Roger Barber, Jay Arletto, Ella Bagelman, Hattie Koshel, Jackie Rickert, Anthony, Armando, Felicia, Lynn, Dan, Marine vet Shawn McKay from Suicide. Tracy, you knew this this person?
He leaves behind an ex-wife, Tara, a gorgeous 8-year-old little girl, JD Ella, good friends with our son, huge family, beautiful girlfriend, Teresa, just amazing person, wonderful people. Like his father said, he struggled with his demons, and he had an amazing side, and then he had a very dark side, and it was horrible. It's absolutely horrible.
Was he on medication?
They were working on stuff, so we were in the we're getting there. So I think there's, I think too, at a certain point, you got to think that, when people just, they don't have it left in them to fight, they're going to do it regardless, no matter what kind of help you give them. And I think, unfortunately, that was just his situation. He was just done. So.
My neighbor just hung himself in Bayonne.
What?
Yeah, my neighbor last week hung himself in Bayonne.
Which guy?
The young kid with the bald head. He was 25 years old.
The bald kid, though.
He used,
the hair on the front.
he used to run around making videos, always happy, and he hung himself last week. And he was depressed, and he was on and off medication. And
not Michael Alonso.
No, not Michael Alonso. Sad, man. Young
Even
kid.
though we don't see Michael Alonso anymore.
Kid from Egypt. As soon as he came from Egypt here, he became an atheist.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
So hard.
Yeah, he became an atheist, and I think that might be part of the problem. He lost contact with God. He had God, then he lost God, and then
God is big.
Yeah, you need God.
You definitely need God. For all you people, forget God. Well, okay, well, you need a higher power.
You need faith in something.
Exactly. If you don't believe in anything, you fall for everything.
God is instrumental in recovery, and this plant has a way of communicating God's intention to people who consume it.
Natural medicine.
And a 12-stepper with over 30 years, I have tried every chemicals that those doctors put before me, and I got to tell you, this plant crushes the pills when it comes to increasing your health.
Mm-hmm.
And it's vital that we get out there and we show people our path off drugs is with these flower buds.
God is so much more powerful because we had a grower on the other day was talking about how he does natural pesticides for his plants. And in his garden, on the outskirts of his garden, the perimeter, he grows garlic and ginger and something else to keep the bugs away. And in the inside of the garden, he has ladybugs and predator mites that eat the rest of them. Amazing. And that's God right there. That's God's pesticides right there. That's way better than any of that crap you buy in the store that gives you cancer and MS.
That's exactly right. The key to a good ecosystem, and that includes our bodies, is to minimize the amount of poisons we take in and take in good, healthy nutrients that support our nervous systems and stuff. Just like a good garden. You don't want to overpopulate, overconcentrate, and overconfuse things.
Thank you. So, Shawn McKay, we are going to remember you on this show because 22 vets a day kill themselves. I'm sorry. Over 22. Way over 22 vets.
And they actually, did you see that the Department of Defense just pulled the funding for the suicide study that they were doing because they found out that there's so many that are unreported that they decided that they were just going to stop the study.
That's sad.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous.
Hashtag Project 22.
Mm-hmm.
I've studied psychology over 30 years now. I got to tell you something. They knew damn well that cannabis helps a lot better than a lot of these chemicals. But that doesn't matter now. The important point is that it's nature's nectar for our nervous system. Mm-hmm. Spread the word. Rat people out. Tell the truth about the fact that people are losing massive amounts of weight. They're getting healthy and they're finding their lives again, their souls again. If you want to confuse yourself, take a chemical. If you want to promote yourself, take a plant. Mm-hmm. Simple as that.
Yep. Absolutely. I like that. And then
Joyce.
I'm so sorry. But the suicide issue is incredibly, I've studied it for a long time. And 20 years ago, they started giving out psych meds in a different way. And I think that's exacerbated the suicidality of the whole country, not having this flower available in the first place, and force feeding pharmaceuticals that seem to be refills of failure when this flower can promote us a lot better. Thanks, Wayne.
I think people think it's tough. So, and then they make it so hard for the veterans because they don't feel like they have the options.
It's the veterans that are the ones with the courage that saved us too. Thank God.
They want to be able to work and they want to be able to live normal lives, and then they have to walk that line of can they do it and still support their families and work and do what they need to do to take care of themselves. And at the end of the day, everybody needs help. Every patient needs access.
Every person needs to have the right nutrients in their body to run their bodies the way they need to do it.
Exactly. At the end of the day, it's about everybody.
That's right.
But
And I
if we
think
could lose less and save more, that would be so much better.
Well, I think Big Pharma is buying into this and they're going to take over. That's fine because they're the ones that can zero in on things. But I think it's the wounded warriors, people like us in the streets that can help the addiction crisis. We can create these craft industries that can help people maximize their recoveries and have a good, healthy life. So that just needs to be broad-based.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, TJ. Joyce Fortini died from cancer, and you knew her too?
5 weeks. She passed away in 5 weeks.
Now, wait, what happened? She got diagnosed?
She was diagnosed 3 types of metastasized, fully metastasized stage 4 cancer. And in 5 weeks, she went from being a beautiful, healthy, vibrant grandmother to gone. And it sucks because she and her daughter recently had started watching all the Sativa Cross everything, and she reached out not too long ago to have me say thank you guys for all using your voices and for being here and being so dedicated to help other people.
Did she use the cannabis? And
unfortunately, there wasn't enough time, but she would have been open to it.
Yeah.
5 weeks. 5 weeks.
That was enough time to help. That was
you were in shock for the first few weeks.
Yeah, I think that once she leaves behind 4 children, 2 grandchildren, her husband of 42 years, and Dennis is just broken up. I mean,
when did she pass?
She took her last breath last Sunday.
No, sorry.
This
This was your grandma.
She was like a grandmother to Austin. It was his godfather's mother. And so she was very, very
I guarantee
close to him.
she is in a better place because this place is hell.
That's what Dennis said. That
No
you know what,
doubt.
at least she's not in pain anymore, and we were there for everything. And
Yes. So she had people around her. That's a blessing.
Yeah, her family was there
There
with
you
her,
go.
and she's now with her mother and her
There you go.
sister.
Because all you bring is your memories.
She's not in pain anymore. So, and she didn't suffer.
What kind of cancer?
I believe that it was lung, liver, and brain.
If she was smoking marijuana, those chances of her getting that kind of cancer would have been diminished by half. It's a shame that people have been denied this medicine
she was in
and
the medical
nutrition.
profession.
They really want to hide it in the medical profession because they want all of us on these
She was
pharmaceuticals.
so supportive of
They're
me.
making
She
so
was-
much money on it.
She was always the first one to say to me whenever I would hide my braces, no, don't hide your braces. Like, always show your braces because they're a badge of honor and they're a sign of what you've been through. They're a sign of strength, not a sign of weakness. And
It's a shame. Like even my parents, they were so against marijuana their whole life that they're completely brainwashed where they would abandon their only girl, their only child, and
yeah, I was lucky.
and believe in what they believe in that they've been taught, and not upgrade their system to realize, the truth is out there.
Yeah.
Why doesn't people, want to take it upon themselves to say, why do they have to go through this legal system to save their lives? It doesn't make any sense. We shouldn't have to,
I thank God every
beg.
day that I was able to
We
save
shouldn't have
my
to
mom's
beg.
life.
We're begging. And of course, we're never going to get anywhere when we beg. We keep hitting our heads against a brick wall. They're sending us around, circles where we're never going to get any results whatsoever if we take that path. So, I mean, if it's a matter of life or death and it's a matter of a loved one, just do it. I mean, not just smoke it, fuck the law, smoke it anyway. Fuck the law, save your life. Fuck the law, make yourself happy. Fuck the law, don't listen to the lies. Don't believe them anymore because we know that it's all lies.
We know better.
Mikey V's aunt, her name was Lori McBride. She just died. I think it was from cancer also. Mikey V's been through a lot, and then his aunt dies. Honeybee, you there?
Yeah.
Hi, Honeybee.
I'm here. Hi.
The last name on our list is Honeybee's son, unfortunately. And Honeybee's son had drop seizures. And I think what Honeybee wants to talk about is how she wants you to give a tithing. What's a tithing, Honeybee?
Yes. It's where everyone gives 10% what they have to offer. To help other people who need help. Who don't have enough money to afford their medicine because the medicine is too expensive. Just help someone out. It will save a life. Extend a life. It will help families. It's just very unfortunate that it's so expensive and some people can't even afford it. Really missing him this holiday. And that's what keeps on making me come back, is to help others that didn't have to feel this way that I am in and that our family's in. But it's not easy and it's not fun. So if everyone can just please help others, give that 10% tithing. Cannabis saves lives. For sure. Hashtag they shall grow.
They shall grow. Hashtag they shall grow.
All right. They shall grow not old, as we that are left grow old. Age shall not weary us, nor the years condemn.
Honeybee. Hold on. I forgot to mention this to you. We did this once before. It's age shall not weary them. Age is going to weary the hell out of us. We are going to get old. We're the ones getting old, Honeybee, because all our friends are dead. So we're the ones that are getting old, and age is wearying. Age will not weary them. You hear what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're saying age shall not weary them, because it won't. They're dead.
Yeah.
And we go on and we get older and we get wrinkled and we get all messed up, and our diseases make us slower and hurt more.
Mm-hmm.
So I just wanted to clarify that. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I'll just start over. They shall grow not old, as we that are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun, and in the morning, we will remember them. We will remember them.